for what y'all do.
Appreciate you folks being out there and make the best of what's left of the Christmas.
All right, God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Lydia, it's your turn.
Hello?
Hello, Lydia.
Yes, hi.
Turn
Can
your
you hear
radio
me?
and things down.
Turn the radio and everything else down and go ahead on.
Yeah. Okay, turn off the TV early. Early, the TV. Lower the TV. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, hello, Papacito. I'm still here at Tia Early's. We were waiting to get on. The food is gone. Everybody's gone, almost gone. 10 o'clock. It's only like 9 something. Yeah, but the guys already took off to go play pool, I think. Oh, Frankie's still there? Okay. Hold on, let me get I thought they had left. Oh, they have the TV on over here. Frank, come and say something to Beto. Yeah. Here.
Hey, Beto, it's me, Frank. Hope you're doing all right. I got home a few days ago. Me and my girlfriend went to the hospital. Had a nerve block done to help me with my pain, but unfortunately it didn't work. This is my second nerve block where they stick a 8-inch needle into my abdomen and try to not burn my nerves with steroids, but still in a lot of pain. And I saw your gift today, man. I love you. Thank you so much. And I hope you're doing all right. Hopefully, I think I might have another surgery here pretty soon because I have an MRI here on the 4th, and I found another tumor in my ankle. I thought it was my ankle bone, but it's something else. But anyway, I just said I'd keep on keeping on, man, you know. So anyway, I love you very much, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Here's Alex.
Hey, it's Alex. Love you. Sending a big hug and a kiss. I was like, Merry Christmas. I was like, we're out here right now and gathered over here at the house with my mom and everybody. We just took some pictures and everything earlier, so hopefully we'll send some up to you. I got another letter that I'm writing right now, so we'll be sending. So we love you very much. I was like, we're keeping you in our prayers and sending a big hug and a kiss. Love you very much.
Hi, mijo. This is Tia Early, loving you and thinking about you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope to come by and see you. Your mom's coming up, so I think I'm going to, 28th and 29th, I may be going up with her. So love you, miss you, a lot of hugs and kisses. Keep up that smile, mijo.
Hi, Betito. This is Natalie. Love you. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Betito. It's Isaiah. I think I should be on the list soon, so maybe I can go visit you soon, Betito. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Beto. It's me, Jessica, here at Tia Lidia. At Tia still. Just real quick, Happy New Year. And my gag gift, I got a mug in the shape of a poop.
I've had coffee that tastes like that.
Hi, Beto. This is Jenny. Merry Christmas. I'm here with my little bundle of joy. I'm doing February 20th. Love you.
Yeah, Beto, this is Sophia Ray. We're doing okay. Hope you're doing too. So we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. El año que entra, we'll probably call you again. Y hope you're doing good. Aquí estamos, enjoying. Take care.
Hola, Betito. Es tu tía Rosa, hijito. Just wishing you a Merry Christmas and hope Merry Christmas to all you guys. We're here as a family. This year we made it, all the Delgados. Betito, all the boys came. David and Mariana were here from working. So we love you, and we wish the best for everyone, especially you, mijito. Dios te bendiga. Aquí está tu mamá. Hello, mijo. Merry Christmas, papacito. Like I said, almost everybody's gone. There's only a few of us here. But then I'm just going to go to head on home. I love you and I miss you, Papi, and Merry Christmas. Yes. And Merry Christmas to you all there at the station, and thank you for making this possible for us.
Well, thank you. Okay? Thank you for doing a good job of using the service.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there you have it, folks. You have a family with an empty chair at the table, making the best of Christmas.
And I believe 8 of them got on to speak, so that's pretty good.
Were you doing hash marks?
I was trying.
You doing hash marks?
I believe 8.
Yeah, 8 of them. And there are a bunch of other folks up there with empty chairs at their tables, too.
Yeah.
And we'll get around. We're going to go to Mexico City and see what Guadalupe has to say. Guadalupe.
Sí, buenas noches. Hola, saludos a todos. Quiero mandar un saludo a Jan Ramírez. Hola, hijo. Te mando un saludo y un fuerte abrazo, hijo, y muchos besos, hijo. Aquí pensando en ti, ¿verdad? Y sabes que ya no me visto ni una para llamarte, hijo. Ya sabes que eso es mi prioridad, para siempre estar al tanto de ti y saludarte, hijo. No me voy a pensar que el viernes no entré. Sí entré, pero pues me pusieron en espera y ya no pude hablar con usted. Así que no se preocupe. Yo aquí siempre estaré, ¿verdad? Para usted, aquí para ayudarle en lo que usted necesite, siempre al tanto de usted, hijo. También, mire, espero que se la haya pasado muy bien, ¿verdad? Pues nosotros aquí, gracias a Dios, estamos bien, nos la pasamos bien. No, ya nomás Sergio y yo solitos aquí, pero nos la pasamos muy bien. Hoy nos fuimos al Zócalo a dar la vuelta. Bien, hijo. Así que usted, échele muchas ganas, siga adelante, siga, ¿verdad?, en el Señor, usted no desmaye, y ya sabe, mijo, siempre, siempre adelante. Crea en el Señor, porque Él es su único que nunca le fallará, siempre estará con usted. Así que, mijo, Dios me lo bendiga, me lo cuide siempre. También recibe saludos de Karen, hijo, me dijo que te saludara. Así que yo creo que Melissa y Becky también están tratando de hablarte. Pero dije, ahora sí no me va a ganar, yo voy a llamar para que pueda entrar, mijito. Entonces, mijo, cuídese mucho y Dios me lo bendiga y que esté bien, mijo. Y espero que también tenga un buen año, mijo. Yo voy a estar aquí al tanto para estarle llamando cada viernes. ¿Ok? Gracias, mijo. Dios te bendiga y te cuide. Gracias al programa también.
You're welcome. Thank you for using.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Bye.
And from the UK, we have Billy.
Hey, Billy.
What's happening, Uncle Ray? How we doing, Hank?
Hey.
We're great.
All righty, man. That's awesome to hear. I have a big shout out for Big Will. Merry Christmas, mate. Hope that you're doing good. Everything over here went smooth today. I slept from like 2:30 till about 8:30 at night. So I can actually get up and do the show and stuff. Got a big old cheesy grin on my face that I've managed to get through, so I hope that you're listening. The dinner went good. We didn't really get in much visitors. A couple of phone calls here and there from the people, you know who they are. Yeah, man. Christmas dinner went good. I had a couple of beers earlier on. Mum's KO'd because she's been up all day long, bless her. She didn't sleep. She's done most of the cooking. I had to go up making the stuffing ball wasn't it didn't quite go according to plan. So she ended up like, get out of the kitchen. So I was like, all right, fair enough. So I had the glasses on and they was all steamed up and whatnot. I love you, 9000. Like I said, I hope that your day went pretty good. I wrote you a couple of letters today. Give you that address and whatnot. Send the artworks too. I've got Dolly Lane in front of me. She's fat-bellied. She's had loads of turkey and chicken and lamb, and Mum done like 5 different pieces of meat today. So yeah, man, there's loads out there. So come get yourself some. Tomorrow we're gonna have a bubble and squeak, which is like mashed potato and vegetables and stuff, all put in a pan and fry it all up. So that's a good English thing there. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some letters once the holidays are over and stuff, and the mail picks back up. Not really much else has been popping. Like I say, I'm gonna listen to the rest of the show. See who else calls in. Hope that you get a couple of other shout-outs as well. Hope that Mel or Pete or some of them have written to you and give you a Christmas card and whatnot. For some unknown reason, my Christmas card got returned. So I don't know whether the prison returned it. I don't know whether there was something in there or a different colour envelope. I don't know what it was, but they returned it. So I'm not going to bother sending it again because obviously Christmas is over and I'll be there hopefully, February in the dates what I said. So yeah, man. So I love you, 9000, and listen on Friday night, and I shall be back. And until then, keep that big old pumpkin head up of yours. Eat some good stuff. I sent a little bit of Apex as well, so that should be landed any time now. And just thought you enjoy yourself. Know you're loved, and keep cool, and I'll see you on Friday. Okay, then. Right. Hank, nice one for letting me on. Uncle Ray, awesome to have you in the studio again, mate.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Alrighty, no worries. I'll talk to you then. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, there's another couple of lessons there. We get calls from Mexico City of people who cannot afford to come visit.
You know, last week
we give him a microphone, and we don't really care what language people speak in. You're not talking to us. You're talking to them. And we'll get what is important out of your message. I don't care what language. Even if you speak in with an English accent. Do you know why English people are so uptight? They drink warm beer. Yeah,
well,
the American Revolution was planned with warm beer for good reason.
And ice in our future.
Ice in our future, obviously.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to point out to you is every name currently on the board is listed as Polonsky. And that means there are some regular inmates in there, but the vast majority of the people on this board are death row inmates.
Yeah.
And
we get complaints that Polonsky gets a bulk of calls,
well, the reason
but it's because their people call more.
And the reason that is true is because they are not given access to the telephone if you're on death row or you're in solitary confinement, and there's very soon going to be fewer and fewer of those people in solitary confinement. So that means that the ones stuck out are people on death row, and people being on death row are the ones that are getting the short stick. The prison show is here for the short stick. That's what that's all about. Let's see what Judy in Florida has to say. Judy, you're on the air.
Good evening. Merry Christmas, everybody. I am calling to shout out to Rodney Reed. Hey, Rodney. Merry Christmas. I've been waiting all day to call in, and you've been heavy on my mind today. I miss you so much, and pray this is the last Christmas you're in there. Enjoyed spending the day with TJ, Ty, Kaylee, and my mom yesterday and this morning. It was really nice to see them. Haven't seen them in a couple of months. Haven't felt great today. Took about a 4-hour nap earlier. I didn't sleep well last night, and I wanted to make sure that I was awake to shout out tonight. Didn't plan a 4-hour nap, but that is what it was. Can you still call that a nap? I don't know. It was what it was. Sorry about the Steeler-Texan game. Texans just have way too many injuries. That is too bad, too, because I think they could have really been good this year. Still trying to get over that Steeler game last weekend, though. Anyways, as you always say, I miss you like crazy, and February can't get here quick enough. Hopefully it'll be here before we know it, and we will be celebrating Judge Schaefer's recommendation. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you again on Friday night. I sent number 884 JPay today. Hopefully you'll get it tomorrow night. Tiffany is trying to get through, and I believe Mary Beth is also. Not heard from Julie. I'm going to listen the rest of the night to see how many shout-outs you get. I love you, Rodney. Stay strong. Keep it safe.
Where in Florida are you calling from?
I am from Clearwater.
Clearwater. How far is that from Daytona Beach?
About 2.5 hours. Daytona Beach is on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast.
Well, let me tell you, for many, many years, we had a bar in Daytona Beach, Florida. It was the Boot Hill Lounge. It was a biker bar. They advertised it being right across the street from the cemetery, so they did a lot of biker funerals at that bar. And every Friday night for 15 years, they used the internet to tap into the system and get the prison show and broadcast it live in that bar.
Awesome.
I have a complete selection of Boot Hill T-shirts, of which I am very proud. This was years before the prison show had the kind of outreach that it's got now. But Floridians have had a full fix. And I went there once, not Bike Week. You can't get into Daytona Beach in Bike Week.
That is true.
I went to Daytona Beach once and walked into that bar, and you would have thought that I had arrived short car from heaven. They thought that was the greatest thing that ever happened. And it goes to show you what one bartender who has since died of cancer, and her brother who also died of cancer, who was in Texas prison, can do to build a bridge that'll last for decades. So I'll always have a warm feeling in my heart. And there's some action going on in Rodney's case, and congratulations on that. And we on the Prison Show wish you and all of the Rodney supporters the very best of luck in that process.
Thank you so very much. Rodney, I love you, and I'll talk to you on Friday. Sending you lots and lots of kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 560-626. Thanks, guys, for doing this and allowing us to shout out to our loved ones.
Denise, you're on the air. Denise? Hot Springs?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm shouting out at Troy at Pulaski Unit. Just want to tell him Merry Christmas, and we love him. Not a lot going on. Daddy got a bike for Christmas, and he's all excited about that. I got the payments, and he got the bike, I guess, but everything's all right here.
That's perfect. I wish it worked that way at my house.
I hear you. He's excited. He's been, well, it's a trike, and he's real happy about it.
That
he's having a good Christmas, and everybody's well, and I'm going to let him shout at you, and I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you. And Aunt Rosie's going to try to call you, and I'll talk to you later. Here's Daddy.
Yeah, son. Wish we was there so we could feed you. Sure miss seeing you, and sure it's cold up here. We love you, and take care of yourself. Everybody loves you here, too.
Hey, old biker, you got any bugs in your teeth yet?
No. Been around the block a time or two, but
we'll get on it.
It's too cold for the bugs right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little cold for them right now. And we sure appreciate the shout out. And take care of yourself, son. Love you. And thank you, KPFT.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, we create weekends past.
That's how far off I am.
No, you're used to being in here on Friday night. It makes sense.
Yep.
Why don't we do this local show? Then we got a call coming in from UK. So let's see here. Bella, you're on the air.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Jedediah. Hey, babe, I love you and miss you, and I'm praying you had a Merry Christmas and a good day. And I want to thank you for all of our gifts, and you once again made both of us feel special like only you can do. Our little one said to tell you Merry Christmas. You know, she doesn't like to get on the air, but she did want me to tell you Merry Christmas. And at the moment, I'm making her a grilled cheese sandwich, so she's happy. And her brother and sister came over yesterday and opened their gifts, and all of them had a really good time. And again, I want to thank you for everything you did for us for Christmas. So you take care, and I'll be there soon, really, really soon, and we'll have our Christmas together, okay? I love you, Jedediah. Night-night and sweet dreams. And Mr. Hill, thank you, and everyone at the prison.
Well, there was a Mr. Hill. He was my father. He died, so I'm just Ray. But
well,
let me tell you, when you're in this neck of the woods, get in touch with one of us, and we'll try to coffee up with you.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now back to UK. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And how are you?
Well, we've gotten away with it today. Are they treating you all right in the UK?
Yes, we're not too bad, thank you. We're a bit windy, but we're okay. So my shout-out tonight is for Randy Halpern on the Polanski unit.
Okay.
Hi, Randy. Merry Christmas. I hope you've had a really great day, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. We've had a lovely day. It's been a little busy at times, but it's been a quiet evening, so that's nice. We've all been thinking about you and of course, talking about you. And Peter, Ruth, and Ellie all say Merry Christmas and wish you all good things for the new year with lots and lots of love. And Ellie particularly wants me to make sure I send you a big kiss. So there. Tanya and her family send lots of Christmas love and kisses to you. And Joseph, everyone at work, Amy, her family, all send Christmas wishes and all of their love and positive thoughts to you. I've sent you 2 JPays this evening. I don't know if you'll get them tomorrow or Wednesday, but they're there waiting for you anyway. And I'd like to thank you so much for all of the lovely mail I got this week. I've replied to everything, and it's been lovely. Thank you. And last night, the film was really good, so I've written to you about that as well. So really enjoyed it. It was good to see it after all these years, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So, Randy, I will leave it there with you so someone else can get on and make their call. I really do hope that you're okay and that you've had a nice day, and I'll speak to you again really soon. So take care and be safe. Keep your head up. I'm sending so much love to you with this message and lots of smiles. Good night, Randy. And thank you and good night to everyone in the studio for taking my call and for giving us this opportunity to speak.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. Damn, Moose, down there on the Ramsey. I didn't know hardened old convicts could cry like that.
Well,
met Dewey. Well, Moose met Dewey at one of those stand downs where we went down and marched around with the veterans incarcerated. And Scrooge is cursed with a Christmas past ghost of his, and I am blessed with one of Dewey. It's been a little over a year.
Yeah.
Dewey's part of him scattered around in the backyard here at KPFT, as was some of his other friends. And I get up every morning and I salute Dewey's folded flag. It goes into the archives of the prison show, which is being built up at the University of Houston M.D. Anderson Library. But, oh, Moose, I didn't know you still had it in it, son. I can see through this microphone. I can watch down them cell blocks.
Y'all don't know the technology we've got here now.
Absolutely. This is amazing. And they call him Moose because he looks bigger than one.
Wow. Well, that's usually an earned name.
Yeah, right. I'm glad he got out of Vietnam when he did, because he was an awfully easy target, and he might not have made it out at all. But let me tell you, boys, especially you veterans incarcerated boys, Dewey is burned into our history and our culture. And I've been pretty good about preserving history and culture of prison life all of my life. And someday, your grandkids will be able to go to the University of Houston MD Anderson Library and go into the appropriate section where you will see, among other things, Hank just showed me a keychain, and I've got one just like it on my belt.
I've got Dewey's old one.
And this was made by, those were made by John Bice when he was still there. He does a little piddling still. Hey, John, glad to have you out there listening.
Glad you're out there.
Okay, let's get Jamie, and then Jamie, I'm going to come back to the studio right after Jamie. Jamie, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Janie. I'm calling out for Jeremy at the Polonsky unit.
Sorry about the mispronunciation, but welcome aboard.
That's fine. That's fine, thank you. Merry Christmas. I was just calling Jeremy to tell him that Merry Christmas. You know, after so many years, you'd think it'd get easier being apart, but it doesn't. It just gets harder. So I just hope and pray that this is the last year that we're apart for Christmas. Just wanted to tell you that you're always in my heart, and on my mind, and my prayers. And I love you, and I miss you. And I just wanted to tell you Merry Christmas, and hopefully next year you'll be home where you belong. But I'll call the show in on Friday and let somebody else call in to talk to their loved ones. But again, I love you and I miss you, and you'll be home soon.
Until he comes home, you got this show.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Amen.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, a new member of the staff has joined since I've been away.
Yes.
Well, hey, we got the lady a microphone here.
I have a mic. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
All
well.
right. All right.
Who are you?
I'm Tanika Solomon.
And you do?
I do. Well, they tell me I'm an attorney, but don't hold that against me.
No.
I
act like an attorney, yeah. But
one of the great blessings of my life. One of the great blessings of my life is that I am not a lawyer.
Yes.
But I have very good lawyers. Better lawyers in the city of Houston, the state of Texas, and sometimes if it's real constitutional, then the opponents on the other side. So I am in the books. And they tell me that you practice parole law.
That's it.
And you've taken over from Tammy?
Tammy Peden, yes.
Tammy, mercy, and that was all such a sudden loss, yeah.
Yes. Unexpected, dearly loved, and sorely missed. That's for sure.
That's a tough beat.
Tough beat, big shoes to try to fill, and I don't try to duplicate what she did. You can't, it's kind of like a pre-sold Elvis concert.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be an impersonator, I've got my own style and my own approach at things, but I do have the same heart and the same love for people, the same loyalty. And just trust that I'm fighting hard for folks and doing everything that I can to motivate you while you're on the inside, and looking at every avenue, every opportunity to get you out and get you home and reunite it with families.
And you're catching people when they're desperate and scared and so hopeful. Tough work.
It's tough work. It is. But, I'm a Christian, and so I stay prayed up. Okay. More so now than ever before, and I've been practicing for more than 10 years, and I can tell you that parole work has been the most rewarding work for me. I had no idea. This, to get those calls, oh, Miss Solomon, thank you so much. I'm going home to hug my babies. My wife, I finally get to actually stroke her hair. It just brings tears to our eyes. And what we do is we actually ring a bell every time we get word that someone's coming home.
Congratulations.
And so and so I had to be here for Christmas Day, Christmas night. I know it's tough for folks on the inside, and I know it's really tough for those families, with that empty chair. I had to pull away, a tough time pulling away from my own family.
Oh, sure.
We had a gathering, and I was like, you know what? No, consider all of the households that for years and years. And
empty chairs are an old part of Jewish tradition.
Really?
Seder.
Okay.
Seder, there's the empty chair, and the empty chair is there for the one that is sent from above. And it may be one absent, may one be ready for one sent.
Okay.
But whoever it is, these holiday seasons get to people's hearts. That's why we do this on Christmas every year. And I want to again thank Mike Honig for his time and space, for allowing us to do this. Thinkwing Radio is usually at this hour, and we would encourage you to listen to it on a regular schedule.
Yes. Well, I'm looking forward to being here for many years to come. So
well, I'm
this
looking
won't be
forward
my
to working with you.
first
I
Christmas.
am rarely here.
Okay.
But occasionally I'll come in because a project will come up, and we were talking about a couple of projects earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Plan ahead and make it work. Thank you, ma'am.
We're going to make it happen. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's go see what Jessica,
Yes.
you're on the air.
Hi. I want to do a shout out to Wes and Polanski unit. Wes, just want to tell you I love you, buddy, and I had a good Merry Christmas. Hope you over there just keeping your head up. Just to let you know that Wes, Jay and the kids came out here. We were watching Netflix and chilling with the kids. Made it a movie day. Alexis and Janelle were right here. They want to send their love to you. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Wes.
Merry Christmas, Wes. I love you. I can't wait to see you. I'll see you later.
Yes, and I think it's very nice of what you guys are doing here tonight, and I want to say thank you again, and I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, babe. Love you, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. And Deborah, you're on the air. Deborah? Deborah,
Hello?
yeah, you're there.
on.
There you are.
Hi, this is Deborah, and I'm calling from Kerrville to say hello and Merry Christmas to my nephew, Michael Montoya, and a couple of his friends, Roy and Ernie and Carlos. I hope they had the best or what's expected of a Merry Christmas, and I pray to God that 2018 is their year, that they will all be able to go home and be with their loved ones. I know it's hard, especially this time of the season when all families are united and their loved ones are missing. And I pray to those that don't get to hear anything over the radio of someone calling them or visiting them, that this Merry Christmas wish goes out to them too. And that somewhere, somebody's praying for them to never lose hope, and that one day they will all be able to make it home too. My son Christian is here, and he wants to say hello to his cousin Michael too. And also, I just want to let him know that his cousin Paul sent me a text to wish us a happy Merry Christmas also. But anyway, here's Christian to tell his cousin little hello.
Hey, Michael, it's Christian. Just hope you have a good Christmas, the Christmas that you can there, and that you're going to have a great New Year. And can't wait to see you. Hopefully I can get to see you soon. And just pray blessings over you and your family. And can't wait to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Thank you very
Yes.
much for calling.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye. Bree Allen.
Hi. Merry Christmas, first of all, to all of you there, David, Linda, Vi, Hank, Daniel. I don't know if Daniel's there, but I'm really excited you guys did the shout-out show tonight, so thank you. I'm calling for Romero Gonzalez, the Polensky unit. Run Barrel, Merry Christmas from me and Jason and Isaiah and Simon and everyone who was here today. I spoke with, texted with Denise earlier and had a chance to chat back and forth with Che on Facebook this weekend, and everyone is thinking about you and everyone loves you very much, and just thinking of you and hoping that you are okay. I know you've said in the past you're not so into Christmas, but we are here, so you are in our thoughts and our prayers, and really looking forward to hearing from you soon, and you get my JPays, and we had a massive snowstorm. It was like the 1964 stop-action Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer snowstorm. That's at the beginning of the show. We had that last night. We were pretty sure that Rudolph was going to need to lead the sleigh because it was just about that bad, the snowstorm last night. But anyway, we got home safe and sound from church. So have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and I'll talk to you next Friday. Bye, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. And we got Betty. Betty from Soul Sisters, I've been following your postings. Y'all sure post a lot.
We do. We're a busy group.
Yeah, I see that.
Thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to give a shout-out to all our friends in Texas, and the Soul Sisters wrote a letter to all our friends in Texas, since there's way too many to give a shout-out to. So I'd like to just go ahead and read that, if it's okay.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Okay, so to our many friends in Texas, we know that the holiday season is not a happy time for you. We hope that in the last year we made your world a little brighter. We've received many letters from you, and lots of times there are lots of questions. So now is a good time to tell you a story. 'Twas Christmas night, you're all alone in your cell, and the sisters decide this bedtime story will be just what you need to hear. Soul Sisters unlocking cell doors. What in the world is it? What do they do? Who are they? In August 2016, two crazy ladies, one in Arizona, me, and one in the Netherlands, Charlotte, decided to start a Facebook page to honor our pen friends and showcase their poetry, art, and writing. At the time, we had over 50 pen pals between us. So we thought, what a perfect way to show the world that there are many, many valuable people behind those walls. We invited our friends to join our page, and off we went. Something quite magical happened, and Soul Sisters Unlocking Cell Doors took on a life of its own, and the mission changed. People started joining our little group from all over the world with the same kindness and love in their hearts as the two sisters. Yes, we all started opening doors, many doors with the gift of a letter. The responses were overwhelming. Our hearts were touched by the effect a piece of mail could have on one's life. Many times we hear, you give us hope. My life has changed since Soul Sisters opened my door. And like Santa, it takes a lot of elves to keep this project going. It takes a lot of funds to send all those cards and letters, but we remain determined. Do you have any idea what happens when one of your letters lands in the Soul Sister mailbox in Arizona? It's opened, and then it's scanned and emailed out for typing to one of many places in the world. Your letter may get typed in New Zealand, South Africa, Switzerland, England, Israel, Germany, or the Netherlands, or it might end up in Florida. It might get posted to Facebook from someplace in the world, or it might get posted from Florida or Arizona. And like all homing pigeons, eventually it's back in Arizona waiting to be printed off and put in an envelope with puzzles, the famous Big Four, and a few photographs. And it's back on the road, on its way to open your cell door, if only for a brief moment. Pretty amazing, huh? And as you know, nothing in life is free, so we have to pay for the journey of your letter. We've been blessed with many giving members who donate funds, stamps, paper, envelopes, puzzles, postcards, and photographs so we can keep answering your mail. If you received our mail, you know each envelope is special. No, we're not a business, just a group of people who care about you. Let's go back to the beginning. Never did we plan on becoming a pen pal site, but somehow it's happened. Once you're at a place, it's shared on many different pages. We can't guarantee you a friend. All we can do is hope and help as much as we can. The Soul Sisters have decided that some of you need a little help in pen pal ad etiquette. Pay attention now. This is important. Chances are you're never going to find a friend if you ask for money. And let me share with you a few phrases that aren't going to win you a special friend. I need a woman. I want someone who's 5'4", curvy, eyes of blue. I want a career-minded woman who has money, saved.
What's she sound like in the headphones?
Or I'm handsome and well-built. Or how about this one? Looking for a hot woman
Is she buzzing?
who makes me laugh? I think you get the idea. Please know that all of us cell sisters unlocking cell doors care about you. You are never alone. Together, we will do our best to keep opening those cell doors. We wish you all a bright new year filled with hope and many blessings. Your soul sisters.
Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that call in, and our regards to the soul sisters.
Thank you.
Everybody who touches the prison show is affected by it. I remember Doc Kendall. I was giving a talk down in Stafford, Texas, not one of the great sophisticated places on the planet, at a Unitarian church, and I was pointing out that there were prisons surrounding that church. And in those prisons, there were all kinds of religious groups, but the Unitarians were doing absolutely nothing. And so this little smart lady stepped up and said, well, what can I do? And I said, well, what do you do? And she said, I teach.
We got 19 seconds.
I teach creative writing. If we've got 19 seconds to do an ID, let's do the ID.
Yeah, we want to thank Mike Honig and Thinkwing Radio again, and Colonel Shaggy.
Christmas in jail, Christmas in jail. Had a little too much to drink. Ain't got no bail, ain't got no bail. And I'm spending New Year's Eve in the clink.
Hey, I'm Colonel Shaggy. And you're listening to KPFT Houston, 90.1 FM. Normally on Monday night from 10 to midnight, you can expect to hear an episode of The Colonel Shaggy Show, Houston's first hilarious FM radio variety show with humor, comedy, and music. Tonight, though, I want to wish you a very special Christmas. In the spirit of good old Saint Nick, it's my honor to hand the airwaves over to a unique gaggle of geeks known as The Prison Show. So, if you or someone you love is behind bars for whatever reason, this Christmas radio special is for you. The Prison Show crew is sure to enlighten you about all things incarceration and will likely open the phone lines so that you can call in and give a shout out to someone you love. So, may the Christmas spirit bless you all. I'm Colonel Shaggy, and I thank you for listening and supporting KPFT, your non-commercial, one-of-a-kind FM radio station. And now, please welcome a very special Christmas special by our friends, The Prison Show.
Don and Dwayne Freeman of KPFT's Free Minstrel Show, along with KPFT's Generation Radio, send many thanks to all who attended comedy fundraiser benefiting KPFT at Station Theater. From vintage vinyls to versatile comedic vignettes, the evening had it all and was one for the ages. Many thanks as well to Buffalo Bayou Brewing Company for the libations. Feeling a sense of FOMO? Not to worry. We've got the details on when you can see them in action next. Comedy fundraiser benefiting KPFT is a monthly comedy and music showcase on the second Saturday of each month at Station Theater, 1230 Houston Avenue. Details at stationtheater.com. KPFT, Houston.
And so Doc Kendall stepped forward and said, all right, what can I do? And I said, what do you do? She said, I teach creative writing at Wharton Community College. And I said, well, you can do that in Texas prison. So I called my friends over at over at Lee College, and I said, you got a room for a creative writing teacher? And she said, sure. And so then Dr. Kendall went teaching creative writing inside prison. And she was very fascinated with the students, how sincerely they were. She kept teaching at Wharton Community College. And so she did that for a while, and then she called me back and said, all right, I'm now reaching 25 students out of 100, and did you say 60,000? I said, yep. She said, well, that ain't making much a difference. And I said, well, tell you what you can do. You can come on the prison show, and you can teach creative writing to people who do not have access to education programs. And she said, really? I said, yeah. You can teach creative writing to people in solitary confinement who can't go to school, and people on death row who can't go to school. And you can teach creative writing to people who had never written a word in their lives. And you've got 10 minutes a month to do that. She said, 10 minutes a month? And said, I'll give you 10 minutes every month. And so she came down here, and she didn't think that was going to work. And her first program generated over 250 letters, and then it grew. And so she started using her students at Wharton Community College. She'd get students from inmates who
KPFT Houston.
Students from Texas prison would send their papers to her, and then she would distribute them to students at Wharton Community College, and they would grade each other. She went it the other way. She took her Free World students, and she sent their papers into prison, and prisoners were grading Free World students' papers, and Free World students were grading prison papers, and that went on for 5 years. And then she showed up in the studio in a gray robe. That experience had been so spiritual for this Unitarian woman that she was going to become a Buddhist nun.
Wow.
And she had to say goodbye to the people she had bonded with. And we did a show around that. Fortunately, there was a documentary crew here to film that, and so that was all on film and endures eternity. Prisons affect everybody. If you get within the burn of their glow, it's going to affect your life. And it's not the sort of thing you can walk away from. What is Kendall doing today? I don't know. She's probably living in a monastery somewhere in New Hampshire, as happy as a clam. But the question I had for her is, did you learn anything from your experiences? She said, yes, I did. And that is, freedom is always an inside job. They can build a cage for you. You can build your own cage. Most of us do. But if you want to be free, you can only and inherently always find it within yourself. Do I have business to take care of?
KPFT Houston. That's about it.
Okay. That's where we are. Can I go back to calls?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's get Julie in Georgia. Julie, is that you?
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving us this opportunity today on Christmas, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I'm doing a shout-out to my nephew Wesley in the Pulaski unit. Just want you to know that we're thinking about you, and we love you. Hope you had as good a day as possible. Keep your head up and keep yourself strong, and just know that we're always thinking of you, and we love you, sweetheart. So God bless you. God bless everybody that's letting us have this opportunity. And I'll talk to you next Saturday. So good night, everybody, and thank you again.
Thank you, Julia.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Mike?
Mike?
Oops. Mike, this is a special
Ray.
season for you.
Yeah, well, you know me, Ray. I kind of hold these cards close to my vest, even though I try to. I do put it out there because I have to try to get used to it. But yesterday was the 9th anniversary of my son hanging himself in a county jail, and so the season's taken on a different kind of meaning for me in the last 9 years. I don't like it in most places, but because of what you and I and a group of other people have been doing for the last 5 years, it's taken on some kind of special meaning for me. Yeah, it's a time when I can, instead of missing one child, I can celebrate the lives of 200 or 300 every year.
That's what I noticed about you, Mike, is the anger. We went to a secret society meeting. Mike and I are both AA brothers, and so we slipped in there and went to a meeting, and I'm across the room, and I could feel the heat of his anger. It was like a piece of raw hamburger on a formica table. It just kind of seethed it out at you. And I said, wow, there's a lot of energy in there. And you have done remarkably well with that energy. You have been all over the country standing with water protectors.
I had a good teacher, Uncle Ray.
You do it yourself. I mean, all I can do is stand and point at my crippled old age. But you went over to the water protectors. It's legion work. Not safe work, not comfortable work. It gets cold in North Dakota.
I see a difference.
A little bit, yeah.
I see a difference between 3-4 years ago and now.
Yeah, but but it's what it is channeling, and listen, fellas, you've got a lot of bitterness and a lot of hate, a lot of fear, a lot of anger. You've been mistreated. You've been mistreated all your life, and then look around you. Look at the people around you who've been mistreated more than you have. You got that, and it's built up in there, and it's thumping at the bladder wall. It's trying to get out, and you can turn that into destructive stuff, or you can turn that into positive stuff. And guess what? You get up every morning with those decisions in front of you, and you can make those decisions from where you are. But remember one principle. One principle. That's all you got to remember. Just one principle. Life is service, and service is its own reward.
If I could interrupt you, Ray, I just have to say that I owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude, because in this secret society, as you call it, they say that we have to help other people.
Yep.
But you showed me where people really needed the help. And you introduced me to this criminal justice reform work that I've been involved with. But through that, I've come to realize that, like you talked about, imprisoning yourself in your own mind, freedom is an inside job, you said. That has to do with a lot of people outside here. They're caught up in their attitudes about people in jail. You know, out there at Christmas time, we do things. What we mainly introduce people to is the idea, this human face of people behind bars, and we introduce them to the idea that maybe they're human beings too, and we free them of their prejudice against people on the inside.
We build cages against one another. We build cages against the whole world. We build cages against ourselves. We build cages because it's a human instinct to build cages. We inherited from our ancestors, the ants. Build, 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 build. But until you get out of that anthill and you look back and you say, wow, what a mess I was in, what a mess I was. What can I do to make amends? And then a child comes along who with a hurt finger, you may not have the medicine for it, but you certainly got a gentle hand to cure it and make the child think that the child is no longer alone. Or when a senior citizen cripples by, and instead of being a target for your Mercedes-Benz, it's just a person to wait on to patiently cross the street. You can build your own world, and you can be proud of that world. I am not who I am because, in spite of the fact that I'm a queer ex-convict, I am who I am because of the fact that I'm a queer ex-convict. And we're going to bring Julia in. Julie from, I'm not getting, Julie, there you are.
Hello, how are you?
Well, for a crippled old man going crazy, I'm fine.
Okay, good. All right. Well, my shout-out this evening is for the one and only recent birthday boy, Rodney Reed.
Ta-da!
Yes. Hello, Rodney. How are you? Sorry I missed Friday night, but here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rodney. Happy birthday to you. If you hear that beautiful voice in the background, that is my mom. Here she can say hello. Hi, Rodney. There you go. So there's Mom. So it's just us tonight. We left Granny and Frank back at home. Pretty sure they're nowhere near still awake at this point. But anyways, we had a lovely day. Got in safely yesterday. Had a lovely day. We had, baked salmon, some green beans and corn, mashed sweet potatoes. What else do we have? Salad we had, and then we had German chocolate cake. It was delicious. Shauna was there with us. Shelby came over for a little while. So, super nice day. Not too cold, nice and sunny. Lovely. So, back at Mom's house, Jeff says happy birthday and Merry Christmas. He's with his dad. Everything's fine there. Talked with Jeremy a little bit this morning and tonight. Things are still going good with him over there. So I think he's actually working on, you might have a JPay from him tomorrow, because whenever I was talking with him, he said, oh, man, I forgot to mail a card, because I told him he should, just to see how long it takes and what kind of cool stamp might be on it from Vietnam. So anyways, we're going to go back over to Granny's tomorrow and hang out and just do who knows what. We're not real sure. So anyways, I love you. Hope you're doing well. And all right. Now that you are the age you are, I will respect my elders just a little bit. Why are you guys laughing?
Well, we're elder too.
Yeah. I was just the reason I didn't sing Happy Birthday with you is way back in my teenage years when I was an evangelist. Deacon leaned over and said, "You're not doing God nor this congregation any favors trying to sing."
Oh, well, thank you then. I'm sure. I appreciate that, and so does Rodney, I'm sure. All right. Well, have a beautiful rest of Christmas and Happy New Year, Rodney, and I'll do my best to shout out to you on Friday night if I can get through. I tried last Friday night, but lots of people wanting to talk to their loved ones, so... Anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. But yes, hope to see you in 2018. I can't wait. Count down the days. They better hurry up. So, all right, I love you. Sweet dreams. Take care. Talk with you later. Thanks, everybody, for doing this. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank all the Rodney crew. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes. Okay, bye.
Juana from Bastrop, you're on the air.
Well, this is Roderick, Rodney's brother.
Hey, Roderick.
How you doing?
Yeah, this is Roderick Reed. I'm calling to wish Rodney Reed a very happy birthday.
Excellent.
Belated birthday, and a very Merry Christmas. His whole family loves him and miss him, and we're praying for him, and we're hoping that these courts do the right thing and grant this new evidence, so this will be his last birthday he has to spend incarcerated, wrongfully convicted.
Amen.
I got my nephew, his nephew right here beside me, wants to say happy birthday. Here go Ryan. Happy birthday, y'all. Yeah, and everybody else here, your other nephew, little Roderick, he's running around here. He's trying to say happy birthday. He don't know what to do now. And Juana's here. Juana, come over and say happy birthday. The whole family's here.
Happy belated birthday and Merry Christmas.
And Mama is kind of down right now. She just went to sleep a little while ago. She was waiting to get on the phone, but she fell asleep and everything. We're here. We love you. We miss you. And just keep holding on to the faith and just believe that we're here for you, and we will never stop. As long as there's life in our body and breath in our lungs, we're going to continue to fight for you, and we're going to bring you home because we love you and we miss you, Rodney.
Roderick,
yes, sir.
This is a special joy for the Prison Show to have you on the air tonight. Can I piggyback a little bit here?
Yes, sir.
Rodney, was accused of a crime that he did not commit, and the evidence is insufficient, and there was some prosecutorial misconduct involved that has hidden things and stashed things away, and it's been quite a struggle now for how many years?
We've been doing this. This is his 21st. This is going on 21st year. He's been in custody.
21 years on death row.
Some misconduct from the bench as well.
Misconduct, yeah, it was both judicial and prosecutorial misconduct, and it was basically a stacked deck against somebody, and you say, well, this doesn't really happen. Well, I'm sorry, from this seat we see that it happens a great deal.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one of the former co-hosts of the prison show was our good friend Graves.
Anthony
Graves.
Anthony Graves.
Anthony Graves.
Yeah.
And Anthony Graves got in. I kept saying, where is this man's anger? I mean, he did all those years on death row, and he had to face that calling 2 or 3 times with dates. And where's this man's anger? Well, he didn't have any anger. He had a plan. The prosecutor that sent him to prison got convicted himself and got disbarred and can't do that to anybody else and all of that. And it wasn't revenge that Anthony was after. It was, I don't want to see this happen to anybody else. And Anthony is involved in all of these projects now.
Anthony's amazing.
Yeah,
he is
amazing. Yes, he is. He's even he came down here when there was a hearing here in Bastrop. When they held a hearing here in Bastrop for Rodney, he was here. He showed up.
Well, where is Rodney now? Is he in county jail or is he in prison?
He's back at Pulaski Unit
right
now.
Okay, well, you won't get a chance to hug him till he's in the county jail again. But that's you won't get a chance to hug him until he's in jail again for some final hearings, and whenever that happens, be sure and hug him for us.
We will. And we really appreciate you guys and all that y'all do to give the families a chance to voice their heart, their expressions, and their love for their families. And it's a great thing that y'all do, and y'all God sent. We really do appreciate y'all.
And we're glad to have the tools to do it, and that's because we are radio station KPFT in Houston, a Pacifica Foundation listener-sponsored radio station. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and y'all have a great night.
Y'all too.
Danielle, you're on the air.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
My first shout out I'd like to do to my Papa Sam Pruitt over at Carroll Unit. Here I am, as promised. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I'm really glad I got to finally talk to you yesterday. I know it's been a few weeks, but we tried to keep up with our traditions today, and I think my mom would have really been proud of us. And I know it's been a crummy year for both of us, and I want you to know that I'm always here for you, and I will always love you, and I'm not going anywhere. I will be your daughter until, well, as long as we're both here on this earth. I also wanted to tell you how sorry I am that there are people out there trying to hurt you and your family and trying to diminish the love and bond that you had with your son for their own benefit. You know that those of us who really know your family, know the truth about everything, and especially how much that y'all loved each other. But anyways, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and I love you very much, and hopefully I'll be able to come down and see you very soon. And to my boys at Pulaski, Thomas and Randy, I miss you both. Thomas, I wanted to say an early happy birthday. I'm not going to sing because I am a very terrible singer, and getting over a cold, and I think it might hurt the radio if I start to sing. But I wanted to let you know I'm working on your clemency letter and really, really trying not to be verbose unless you really think I should be verbose, and then I'll be verbose. But I should have that to your attorney here soon, and you have a couple of cards coming to me, within me, I guess to you from me, for your birthday. And then to my little brother, Randy, over there, thank you for your card and all your love and support that you've all shown me with everything that's going on in the past month. And hopefully 2018 will bring about no more death penalty, no more executions, no more need to have to write these clemency letters, and hopefully also some criminal justice reform. So I should be back in Texas on January 8th and out of this freezing cold weather up here in Wisconsin, because that was the whole reason I moved to Texas, was to get away from this. But I love all y'all very much, and I hope everybody out there had a very, very Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. And Miranda, you're on the air.
Hi. This shout-out is for Randy Treadway at the Plunksy unit, and I hope you're awake right now. I just wanted to say, I was going to say how about them Cowboys, but they didn't win, so can't say that. I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, and Madison, I talked to Madison, and she's had a good Christmas, and Kayla and Kara, too. I'll hopefully see you this Saturday. I miss you so much, and I hope you're keeping your head up. Also, I don't know if my uncle listens to this station or not, but this is for Stephen Good in the Ellis unit, and I just want to let you know that we thought about you this Christmas Eve, and as tradition, putting up the Christmas tree, and of course, Mama keeps all the ornaments that you and Dad and Uncle Becky make. So I took some pictures of those, and I'll send those to you. But anyways, I'll just hope y'all have a good night, and thank y'all for letting me have a shout-out and taking time out of y'all's Christmas to do this for everybody. So Merry Christmas to y'all.
Thank you, ma'am, and we are richly rewarded.
Thank you. Bye.
I leave here with more energy than I came with.
That's awesome. That is really great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. LaCoya, you're on the air.
LaCoya, you're on.
LaCoya.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Hi. Merry Christmas. I'd like to give a shout-out to Marcus Garrett in the Cofield unit and tell him we love him, me and all the kids. We love him, and we'll come to see him soon.
Where are you calling from, LaCoya?
I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
All right. Where and he's up he's over on the where is he located? In Terrell?
In Tennessee Colony.
Tennessee Colony, okay.
Yeah, he just got shipped over there.
All right. How's he doing?
Not sure yet. We haven't heard anything from him.
Well, all right. If he's listening, write home.
Yes, please.
The most important thing you can do with whatever resources you've got access to is write home. We're great believers in writing home here.
Please, because we miss him terribly.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And we got Henry here. Henry?
Hello.
Did you go sunbathing in Wisconsin today?
No, I'm in Louisiana.
Oh, you went sunbathing in Louisiana. Well, congratulations.
You better hightail it over here by Friday.
Yeah, I'll be down there Friday. I hear you all owe me a parking spot out front, right across the street.
Yeah, right across the street. Yeah, you can't miss it. The wrecker's parked right in front of it.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate you.
How's the family?
Yeah. Oh, good. Everything's going good here. We had a big spread out here at Peggy's place today. Me and Trudy come down. We come through hell and high water to get down here.
Y'all come on the bike?
No, no. It is raining and snowing, and there's so many deer. I tried to drive straight through, but I ended up getting a motel room. At least Trudy got some sleep. I just waited for daylight and got back on the road again.
Yeah, the deer population is such that it's so overgrown that it becomes a road hazard in every block.
I mean, up there by Poplar Bluff, Missouri, they were pretty thick. After about the third herd, I said, and it's starting to freeze and everything, the rain is starting to snow. I said, well...
Yeah, they're all out moving.
Yeah, I'm going to get me a motel. So Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, Hank and Henry, and to the rest of the family.
Oh, Ray, you old scallywag, it's good to hear your voice again.
Well, it's good to be in. I don't come in very often, but when I do, I enjoy it.
Yeah. I wanted to shout out, and I've been hearing from a lot of people here lately, it being Christmas and all. Gribble called me the other night. I was sleeping and woke up and took his call. I was about half asleep. It was good to hear from him. Checked on old Danny Nowak. He's over there on the Styles unit. I pulled him up on my phone today. And Todd, it was good to hear from you. Old Smitty wanted to know if you could call and give me Kitten's address, or not her address, but her phone number. He's trying to get in touch with her. And Johnny White, you remember old Johnny White, Ray?
Of course.
Yeah, he's down there on Darrington. I heard from him. He called me the other day. It's good to hear from him. He's going to start listening to the prison show again. He was up there at the Telford unit, or I forget what unit he's at. He's all red, I think, or something. Anyway, he's happy to be back down here closer to home. And y'all, I just wanted to call and wish all my old buddies and friends down there a Merry Christmas and let you know I ain't forgot about you. And y'all down there at the station, I appreciate you doing what you do and everything, and I'll see you next week.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, Henry, because I wanted an example here. I could point out to people, you've heard him. He's reasonably sane, and he listens to the prison show in double doses for as long as he could. And you don't completely lose your sanity if you listen to the prison show.
Well,
no,
that's your story.
You lose your sanity if you do the prison show.
Oh, I get it now. I get it now.
Is that why y'all invited me to join?
Well, we could see a potential there.
You saw something.
Thank you, Henry.
Thanks, Hank.
Donna in New Jersey.
Hey, you guys. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey. Hey, Talon, it's me. Just wanted to call and say hi to you since we had a little extra quarter this week to throw in the old payphone
PSA, 3 minutes.
KPFT, so that's very cool of you guys. And a lot of people appreciate that. Everything's cool here, pretty quiet. My mom decided to cook yesterday because she thought she was going to have to work today, but then they told her she didn't have to, which was fine because I like it quiet anyway. So, and there was just a few people here. Every year there are fewer and fewer people who come to family dinners, so whatever. It's like less cooking and less cleaning and works for me. But other than that, everything's cool. I did talk to your daughter earlier on Facebook. She went to dinner with, I forget what nickname you gave him, but the two of them went to a friend's house for dinner. And I guess that's about it. It's like crazy cold again, like 25 degrees and windy. So I sent you a couple of JPays. Oh, and I'm out of stamps. So if you don't get any JPays for a few days, that's why. But I will write you. All right? So hope you had a good day. And, I don't really do the Christmas thing, but still a good time of year because the New Year's coming and all that. So, but, yeah, I'll talk to you on Friday. And I love you and I miss you. And you take care of yourself. All right, bye. Bye, everybody.
Night, Donna.
Celebrations, quite a wonderful thing to have. Oh yeah, the holidays are coming, people. Let's look out for one another. Let's show them that we are cool. Oh yeah. And that these great holidays are the days where we all spend time with our families. Let's not be so divided, people. Let's put the weapons down and enjoy each other's company as families should. Yeah, as they should. I mean, come on now, people. Let's face it. Celebrating holidays is good for the soul. It makes you truly happy, and it reminds you of all the years you have had great times with all of your family. Think of the laughs, the joy, the peace, and most of all, the love you have for one another. If you're celebrating a birthday or any holidays within range, remember to enjoy this day, the day you celebrate with all of your families. But if you're one of those that have no family whatsoever, we want you to know that we care and that we love you and that you can join us in this great celebration.
This message was brought to you in part by peoplewhocareaboutyou.com. Visit peoplewhocareaboutyou.com.
KPFT Houston. Nina from Calgary, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Happy New Year soon.
Well, pretty quick here.
Yeah.
I'll be in Austin that night, but go ahead.
So this is a shout out to James Harris Jr., Pulaski Unit. I got everyone here to say Merry Christmas to you, James. Merry Christmas, James. There you are. Cassie calling from Calgary. Here you are. Yes. There you are. Anna. I'm Alex. Merry Christmas, James. Merry Christmas. And I am Nicole, the grandma. The grandma. Merry Christmas, James.
Yeah.
Still excited. Especially wish you were here. Oh. Are we still on?
Yes, you are.
Hello?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. So we just want to say Merry Christmas, James, and Happy New Year. And sorry I've been so busy at work, but I'm going to catch up with the mail, and hope you're doing okay. And I kind of messed up on the care package thingy, but I'm gonna make it up with the next one. And what? And my mom's gonna come for a visit, and we're having a really nice Christmas. It's really cold here, super cold the past 2 days, like minus 20 maybe.
25 probably right now.
Maybe minus 25. Lots of snow, white Christmas. And
say something. So
okay.
it's a heartfelt Christmas wishes from us here, and I do want to tell you, Nina, apologize for being busy, but that you are in our thoughts and in her thoughts often, even if she's not always in touch. So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, James. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, James.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah?
If it's 25 below up there, why are y'all even there?
This is Canada. We don't got Trump. Our brain cells are frozen.
All right, I get it. Well,
no Trump.
Yeah, it's affecting our brain cells, too.
Why don't y'all come up here and find out for yourself, and then you'll see how great it is.
Well, I'm in Texas, so it's hard to top.
Too hot in Texas in the summer anyhow.
When?
Yeah, no, it does get cold, I have to say.
Well, all right.
But you know what? That's testament to how great it is here, because we are willing to put up with it.
Yeah.
Well,
no Trump. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for calling.
All right. Take care, James. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.
Beretta from Waco, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for this opportunity. And I want to say a shout-out to my wonderful husband. I love him so much. Eric Mosqueda, he's at the Estelle unit. And his buddies, Rattlesnake and Baca. Merry Christmas to y'all. I love you, babe. Be careful. And may God bless you, baby.
Have a great week. Have a great week. I am automatically thinking it's Friday night because I'm doing the prison show. So if I'm a little off, forgive me.
That's okay.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Thomas from Dallas, how you doing?
Good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I just want to do a shout out to my son in the Pulaski unit, Wesley. Dad loves you. Always thinking about you. Want to wish you Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good day. I understand your wife's already called, so hope you're doing okay, and we'll be seeing you soon. Just remember, stay prayed up, and Dad's always, always thinking of you. Have a good night. thank y'all for what y'all do there. We really appreciate your work there, and y'all have a good week.
Well, we appreciate the calls. Thank you.
Good night.
Okay. We got Tiffany. You're on.
Hey, this is Tiffany calling for Rodney Reed at the Polensky unit. That's my dog, Lila Gray, saying Merry Christmas, Rodney. Hope you've had a good day and gotten lots of calls and lots of love and Christmas wishes, and just wanted to call and say hi and wish you a very Merry Christmas. And thank you, everybody at KPFT, for doing this show and letting us call in. And Merry Christmas to everybody who's listening in who maybe hasn't had somebody call them specifically, but Merry Christmas to everybody listening. You guys are loved and cared about, and people all over the world are thinking about you guys during the holidays. So, Rodney, I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas. Love you. Care about you. Miss you. And that's it. Happy Christmas, you guys. Thank you for doing the show.
Thank you, ma'am. And let's see, we got somebody from UK here. Georgia, you're on the air.
Hi, hello, it's Georgina.
Georgina.
For William, yeah, hi. For William Irvin and the Polensky unit. Hi, Will. I'm in Wales visiting Mum, and there's no phone signal here, so I've had to load up a Skype account and put money on it, and finally got through, so it's been a bit tough. But anyway, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you've had a good day and you had a decent meal, no more of that bean pie rubbish. And we had a nice Christmas dinner. We spent time over at my sister's house, so she's got 2 kids, Morgan and Rowan, and it was just lovely being around them for Christmas. And my mum was asleep most of the time by the fire. They've got a proper open fire. Anyway, it was just really, really lovely. But thinking of you loads, I didn't get any mail before Christmas other than that Christmas card, so I don't know what's been going on with that. But I trust that you got my JPays and the letters and cards that I sent you. But sending you loads of love and thinking of you loads over this Christmas. And let's hope it's the last one that you're there, and we'll be able to spend Christmas together next year. All right, I love you loads, Will. And Prison Show, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, and the very best of the holidays for you. Nancy in Sulphur Spring, you're on the air.
Thank you. Hello, Daniel. This is Mama, and I love you with all my heart. I'm so happy to be getting to talk to you this Christmas night. Sherry and I so much enjoyed being there with you last Monday night, and we just wouldn't take for the good visit and the time we got to spend, the 3 of us together. And I sent you a letter last Saturday, and also I got a Christmas card from you, which I took to Sherry's and Doug's and let them both read it. And I went to Sherry's yesterday morning and stayed there until this afternoon. And then I left Sherry's and drove straight on to Dorcas and Kaylee's and stayed there until it was just almost 9 o'clock. And so I came on here to the house where I could be here sitting at the kitchen table and talk to you. And Dobie's over there in the floor, asleep on his blanket. And I sure am glad. I love you so much with all my heart, Daniel. And I'll be sending you some pictures once I get them developed tomorrow of up at Sherry's and Doug's. And, of course, I'll put a letter in there with the pictures. And you just keep on writing me a whole bunch, and so will I you. And keep me in your prayers, and you're in my prayers. And Sherry and Doug and I sit at the kitchen table at her house this afternoon and read the whole second chapter of Luke. And then it was time that I had to leave and head for Sulphur Springs. I love you with all my heart, Daniel, and I'll say good night from now. and everybody on KPFT. I just appreciate y'all so much, and I want you to have just have everything good, and I'll talk to y'all next time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I remember her
Miss Nancy?
second call. I was in here doing the show, and she called in, and I don't know why this is not dropping. What's
There it goes.
I was doing the show, and it just weighed in on her that her son was...
Can you talk to the mic, please?
It just weighed in on her son was on death row, and so at the end of her conversation, she had to phone somebody else, and she said, "I can't do this." It's been over 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and she's still doing it.
Oh, faithfully. Yeah. Yeah, she's. We love all our callers, but Miss Nancy's got a spot.
She sticks with you.
Yep.
It's something about that East Texas twang. That's rare earth. Accents are rich in radio.
That's a country kitchen talking woman.
Let's see if we can get some out of Dallas. Rosemary, you got a Texas accent for us?
Yes, hello. This is Rosemary. My call is for Wes Reese at the Polanski unit. I'm calling to wish him nice holiday season and that I'm thinking about him, praying for him, and I wish him the very best time with his family when they come see him. I hope to come see him next month. Merry Christmas to all of you that do this special work. We appreciate everything you do for families and inmates. Thank you so much.
Well, we appreciate you because it wouldn't be much use in doing it if you wasn't out there to take advantage of it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
It's all about that.
Tell him, Wes, this is from Pablo, too. He sends you his love.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good
All
night.
righty. Bye.
Rose, right here in Houston.
Hey, I want to shout out to everybody there at KPFT. I want to thank you for all that you do for us, mothers, wives, sisters, everybody. I want to shout out to my son, Omero, who's in all-red unit, and to Mark Anthony, who's in wing unit, and Jose Angel, who is in McConnell unit. I love all of you guys, and just Merry Christmas. And I'll see you, Omero, my son, I'll see you in February.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And let's see, Melanie?
Hello?
Melody in Paris, Texas.
Yes, sir. How are y'all tonight on this beautiful Christmas night?
Well, it's a little fresh here, but other than that, it's fine.
I just wanted to call and give a shout-out to my husband, Josh, at the trustee camp at Ferguson. Josh, I love you. I miss you. Merry Christmas, baby. Happy New Year's. You better call me New Year's Eve. This is just so great that you guys have got just so much energy to actually let everybody call their loved ones when some people can't call home. But I'm going to cut it short. Josh, I just want you to know that I love you, and I'm here for you, baby, 150%. I love you more than anything in this world, to the moon and back.
Melody,
Merry Christmas.
It took
Yes.
16 years for this prison show to get telephones inside Texas prisons.
16 years.
16 years. That's 4 sessions of the Texas legislature.
Wow.
And the way we did it is we had recordings. We used to have a lot of kids call in those days. And we took recordings of the children to Austin, and we played them before the committee meetings. And that wound up, that suckered them in. They couldn't stand.
Well, you guys are awesome. This is excellent. I mean,
well, who we are, we're a bunch of ex-convicts and wives and family and supporters of convicts.
Right.
Yep.
Every once in a while, we'll let a lawyer wander in here because she can't get out of the community either. So
one of us come from the right side of the tracks.
well, I tell you what, you guys are just amazing. And thank y'all very much. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and a very blessed Happy New Year.
The same to
And Melody,
Yes, sir.
I know from Paris, Texas. I got the keys to Paris, Texas one time. I was the Grand Chief Ruler of the Junior Oddfellows of Texas. And
Did you come by a honest, Ray?
Well, no, I went up there and pulled off. I wore a red vest, and I was a political killer.
Oh, yeah.
And I got elected, and the mayor came in and gave me the keys to the city, and I haven't used them yet. So if you've got anything in value in Paris, hide
it up.
I don't have anything in value.
case
But
I
I'll tell
do.
you what, if you come down here, I'll cook you a good hot meal.
But I don't care who you are, where you are, you can make a difference.
Yes,
You just
sir.
got to get up, set your mind, set your jaw, and go do it. And so thank you very much for calling in. Thank you very much for using this service. We built it for you.
Thank you, and y'all have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you, Josh, and I'll see you soon, sweetheart. Bye.
And that proves it works.
Yeah. Right.
It's that Parthenian volley. Let me get in the last I love you. Right? Isn't that beautiful? And let's see, Catherine, you're on the air.
Hello, guys. Merry Christmas, and bless y'all for doing this. And I just want to give a shout-out to my husband, Joe Anthony Ramirez, in the wing unit. I love you, sweetheart, and you're very missed
Yes, you're on the air.
every day.
Catherine, I know it's not easy, but it's what you got.
Yes, sir, and he knows I love him very much. And I know he's probably listening. I hope he's listening. And I just want to thank you guys so much, and God bless y'all for everything that you're doing. And it's just, it's a blessing. And it's a blessing that, you know, we're able to go visit and we're able to see each other. And thank you so much, and I love you, sweetheart, and God bless everyone there at the WIN unit, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to every one of y'all. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I think we got a young man in here might want to do a shout-out.
Hey, you going to holler in? Holler in.
Okay, my name is CJ, and I want to give a shout-out to my Uncle John, and everyone is listening in this radio. And I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year's, and fly Eagles fly.
And the force is with him. That I can tell. Right?
Oh yeah, he's got his Star Wars
He's got the T-shirt on for the force being with you.
Well, thank you. That was good.
Yeah. You're
All
welcome.
right. And let's get Kelly in here. Kelly, you're on the air from Pennsylvania.
Hi, I just wanted to give a shout out and wish Larry a good and Merry Christmas. And
You need to speak directly into the phone, hon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
That good?
Yes, that's
Okay.
better.
Just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. I spoke to your mom today. She got your message. And I'll send you a JPay sometime this week. But love you, my friend. Hope you had a good day.
Thank you very much for calling. Stay warm and dry up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we had snow today.
Okay.
We had a little bit.
Well, we know it's cold.
Shirley in Longview, you're on the air. It's cool in Longview, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. It's been kind of chilly most of the day. I was just calling. I was going to tell Blaine how much I miss him and love him, and hope you had a Merry Christmas, considering. And I'll be there to see you as soon as I can. I love you and miss you, and sweet dreams. And I hope everyone in there had a Merry Christmas, and y'all, I want y'all to have a happy and blessed New Year, and pray that it's a better year. And also, Tara's on hold for you. She told me to tell you that. I love you, and everybody sends their love, and told me to tell you they are praying for you. Love and miss you. Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
y'all.
And good night.
Good night.
All right, let's see what we got here. These buttons are not working like I want them to work.
Well, this old board's wearing out.
Yeah, well, you know, we need to upgrade this. Like our transformer is going on great, and we need to upgrade the rest of it to match. So we'll try Tina. Tina? Oh.
Yeah.
Tina, you're on the
Hello?
air. Hello?
I believe we're on Connie
Hello?
now.
Connie, you're on the air.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I was like, I'm not Tina.
Well, Tina, call back.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings. Every time I lose a caller, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas to you guys. I was calling to wish Rodney Reed in Polunsky Unit a happy birthday and a Merry Christmas. I wanted to tell him that my thoughts and prayers are with him, and we will not stop until he gets set free.
We believe that. That has been, if we had a central message for tonight, it was Rodney Reed's folks are going to stick with it.
Yes, I am actually a friend of Sandra Reed. I'm one of Fennell's victims, and I personally will make sure that I raise enough fuss until they let him out.
Well, you know, struggles are frequently successful. Some of them just take a hell of a lot longer than we want them to.
Yeah,
No,
justice
I know.
is blind here in Texas, like everywhere else, but it's also slow.
Exactly.
Exceedingly slow.
Unfortunately, that's how it works. They're quick to convict them,
Yeah.
but slow to relook at it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, thank you. You guys have a good Christmas.
And you.
Bye-bye.
And Stephen in Waco, you're on the air.
Yeah, thank y'all guys. I want to wish my dad, Eric, in the Stell unit, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We love you. We miss you. And so, don't worry. You know we got this. I love you with everything. And thank you for, raising me right and teaching me to be the man I am today.
That's beautiful.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you for fatherhood. That's
Thank y'all.
Stephen, I wish you the best of the season, and I wish your
y'all
father
too.
the best of the season.
All right. Thank y'all. Y'all so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
And Trina, definitely call us back. We got an open line right now.
Okay, the Tiara is from Orange?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
Actually, Tiara. I'm the one you hung up
on.
We
got
let me
it.
tell you.
Excellent.
Let me tell you, my fingernails is about to make it to my elbow because I lost a caller.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Thank y'all for taking me back. Okay. Hello, Blaine. My message is for Blaine Milam. Hey, big guy. Merry Christmas. How are you doing? I hope everything is all right with you. I heard that you had a great visit with Miss Linda on last Friday, and of course, thank you to the wonderful Miss Linda for visiting Blaine and for all you do. Well, of course, I have to announce that you won the music game. Yay. A pat on the back for you. You won this time. You ain't going to win next time. Don't worry about that. But you won this time. I thought Christmas in the 90s would be easy, but it wasn't. So you won by a lot. And just so you know, I found out who Chuck Berry was and what that song was. And, yeah, it's actually a pretty cool song. So you get to pick the category next time since you won. I'm going to try to be back in January or February. It kind of depends on the play and how everything goes with that. We're still rehearsing and all for that. We got your cards. Momo, myself, and my mom got it. We want to tell you thank you for that. You have a JPay that's coming from me to you, so you should get that pretty soon. Jerry says to tell you, go Cowboys, whatever that means. And we all love you out here. We're all praying for you. Keep your head up, big guy, and, just know we're out here supporting you. You have a lot of supporters out here. We all love you, and take care. Merry Christmas, big guy. And thank you very much, prison staff, for all you do. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate you. You make it happen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Barbara in Houston, you're on the air.
Hi, Merry Christmas, y'all. Thanks for letting me do a shout-out. I'd like to shout out to my son, Julian Ashley. He's in the Gibb Lewis unit. Wish him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let him know we love him and miss him. We had dinner today. I had dinner with my daughter Elizabeth and her kids, and we were thinking about him. And I had one other shout-out to a Tennessee colony. Can I do that one, too?
Of course.
Okay.
While you take care of business, this is Christmas night. We're not holding back nobody.
Okay, thank you. And Tennessee colony, my friend Vincent Gonzalez, want to do a shout-out to him, too, and wish him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we really appreciate y'all doing the show and letting us do the shout-outs and wish y'all a Merry Christmas.
Well, this is our Christmas, and it is merry.
Yeah. I hope y'all have a Happy New Year, too. Thank you so much, and thanks for putting on the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I'll let you go so somebody else can get through. Appreciate it.
Okay. Let's see.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's go to Alabama. Let's see what Margaret's got to say. Margaret, you're on the air.
Hi, how's it going?
I am well, thank you.
Good. Well, I was calling, this is for Adam at the Luther unit. I just wanted to call and wish you a Merry Christmas. I tried to call this past Friday, but I couldn't get through, so I'm really excited. Actually able to wish you a Merry Christmas on Christmas. I recently moved, so I'll send you a JPay, I promise, in the next few weeks, with just some of the details of everything going on, along with my new address and everything like that. But just keep your head up. New Year's about to start, and I'm thinking about you and hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
And you. And Christine. Wrong. Christine. Whoop. I don't know what happened.
Tried to. Well.
Yeah, I lost them all. I lost another caller, so there you go. Don't shoot me yet. And we'll try Lydia. Lydia.
Yes, hi. Hi, good evening. Hello, Papacito. I just wanted to call back and just say hi to, there was so much noise going on at PS. I'm back at home, and I just wanted to wish the guys, Joey, Thomas, Big Lou, Jeff, Rudy, Artie, Eric, Blaine, Rod, Walter, all you guys know that you're thought of, and I really appreciate the cards that I received from you. I really do appreciate you thinking about me also. And my son, I wish you a Merry Christmas, Papacito, and know that you're in our hearts and know that you're thought of, Papi, and we love you. Okay? Your primos who are back from work, they came in this morning at around
After this call, we need to do a PSA.
Mariano Mariano and David came in, and David's really lost a lot of weight, so has Mariano, and they'll be here for 5 days, I think. And they look good, Papi. Okay, and Weenie's doing okay. She's doing fine. Okay, and I'll see you Thursday and Friday, Papacito. I love you, and Merry Christmas, okay? I love you. Good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Oh, by the way, you're calling in from the whole family?
We called.
I know, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It gave me a chance to explain to the Free World audience who's listening in what that must have looked like in your living room.
Oh, yes. It was the whole family, but it gets too loud there, and I didn't have a chance to say hi to the other guys.
I understand a little personal time.
Passing the phone.
Okay.
But, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. You're listening to radio station KPFT in Houston, the magic Pacific Northeast Texas Gulf Coast voice of the Pacifica radio station, KPFT Houston.
And now a public service announcement brought to you by
DJ Sound Advice. Let love guide you. Come on, people. Let's not be afraid. Let's not be scared that by loving someone that it makes us seem so weak. Because it is love that makes us strong. Let love be the center of your being. Love is not irrational passion. Love is not jealous. That's the important thing to understand. There's no ego. Love is not boastful. You know what? It's not making more of yourself than you really are. Love and hurt are two different things. You can't say you love someone and yet turn around and hurt them. But can you trust your instincts that are guided by love? The point is, let love guide you.
30 seconds.
And also help others without harming yourself. Help as many people as you possibly can, but not to the extent that you are harming yourself. And remember, if you feel like you're going astray, let the love that is within you direct you.
This message was brought to you in part by peoplewhocareaboutyou.com. Visit peoplewhocareaboutyou.com.
All right, welcome back to the Prison Show on KPFT Houston.
It's good to be back, and it's been going rock and rolling tonight. Usually the names we get on the board are women's names.
They tend to be, yeah.
And I've written essays about that because over the years, with nothing to do here except analyze what's going on in front of you, what you see in front of you. I've analyzed all of that. But when you get a male name, it's special. So, Andrew from Bastrop, you're on the air.
Andrew calling for Adam.
Andrew?
I like to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you well.
I was just calling for Adam. Tell him Merry Christmas. Him and Greg and the rest of the people that's in the Luther unit. I'm doing good. Still hanging in there. It's good to be out though.
How long you been out?
Get out?
How long you been out, Andrew?
I got out November the 13th.
Wow, you almost dry behind the ears by now.
Yeah. I'm in the halfway house. I leave February the 13th, no, 14th.
Okay, is Bastrop your home? Is that where you're going to be settled in?
No, I'm going to move to Pflugerville and all.
Well, it's nice over there.
Yeah.
Well, sir,
stay in touch now. Don't get lost.
Yeah, I'm going to continue.
Well, you must be doing all right making it through that program, so keep it up.
Thank you. And with that, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to all of y'all.
Well, Merry Christmas back.
Appreciate you looking over your shoulder and tossing a little something to the boys you left behind.
Yes,
I've only been doing that for about 37 years.
Yep.
One form or another. I don't think I'll ever get out.
No, not like
not
the way you've been doing
it. Not like
it.
ordinary people. I don't ever get out. But Andrew, there's life after death. So.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you and hang in there. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Don't forget, call us when you get out now.
Yep.
Yeah, continue.
You got it.
All right.
Leroy in New Caney, you're on the air.
Yes, sir.
You're on.
Okay, yeah, I would like to say Merry Christmas to my brother. He's in on the Ramsey unit, and we hope he can hear us and all the good stuff.
And so up there in New Caney, up there in what is that? Is that Liberty County?
It's Montgomery County.
Montgomery County.
North Edge, huh?
Yeah, Liberty and Montgomery swapped sides of the road there for a while.
This little area here is actually considered East Montgomery County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I was going to break any laws, it damn sure wouldn't be in Montgomery County.
No, sir. They might have stole away the key.
Nope.
You got to walk slow now.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in other counties, when they want to have somebody definitely get locked up, they try and ship the case over there.
Oh yeah. Well, that in Georgetown. What's that? Williamson County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my best advice to you is kind of steer clear of Denton County too.
I'd like to say that I've been out the day before Christmas. I've been out for 3 years, and I I haven't took a look back. I got a good job. I've been having a good job. Got me a family that support me, and I got the Lord in my life, and we're on a good track out here. And my brother Floyd Hall, he'll be coming up for parole hopefully here pretty soon, and we're all praying for him, and we hope he keeps his nose clean, stay out of trouble. Sometimes he tends to bend the rules sometimes, but we sure are going to pray for him, and we hope to see him soon come out on that parole.
Well, you're leading the way.
Yes, sir.
Yep, you cut the trail and make room for him.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. You keep in touch.
All right. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
And while we were talking, we had another old convict wonder in here.
Well,
he's playing with
convict.
He's playing with his phone.
Convict.
An ex-guard.
He's a Navy man.
Navy man.
Army man.
Army man. Oh, that's right.
United States
Dewey was
Army.
Navy.
1973 to
Same
1981.
stuff. Hurry up and wait.
A service member. That's all there is to it.
All
you
right.
know. Let's give you a shout out here. Merry Christmas to all our incarcerated veterans and our homeless veterans.
Are you active in veterans incarcerated?
Not yet, but I'm going to try and get that.
Get in touch with Miss Linda down at the George house.
Yes.
And she can wire you up. She wired me up. And I carried two people with me down there, Dewey. And he was scared to death, but he went anyway, wore stripes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Texas convicts don't wear stripes.
Right. Exactly.
And so he is more identifiable than anybody else on the unit. And then I carried Gus Garza down there.
Oh, my God.
And you would have think I'd showed up with a rock star.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, Gus is so big. Hey, all you Gus Garza fans down on those various units, I can hear them pumping air right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
Ray, I understand you...
Mr. Music Man.
Did a march with the incarcerated veterans?
Well, I would go to incarcerated veterans, just regular stand-downs.
Stand-down,
when they do a stand-down, they always did a color guard.
Right.
And all of that. Now, I'm not a veteran. I have seen combat as a journalist. I was a journalist in Vietnam.
Oh, wow. Right.
And so but they accepted me because they realized that if you're in a combat zone, they're shooting at you. It doesn't make any difference whether you got a pencil or a rifle.
Right.
Your underwear is going to get messed up anyway.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so the fellers understood that and all of that. And let me tell you, those veterans looked after those boys. I mean, the food was good that day.
Right.
There you go. He's offered a couple of times now to do a veterans program here on KPFT, and I hope that comes to fruition.
Well, we used to have a tradition.
Right.
On Veterans Memorial Day. On Memorial Day,
right.
We invited inmates to list veterans that had been important to their lives, and remembered our own veterans that had died, some of them incarcerated. And so we would do a reading of the names. And if you'll get with me offline, we'll figure out how to structure that up. But Miss Linda oversaw that for a long time. Dewey was so proud of his role in doing that broadcast.
I will be honored. Okay. We'll be honored. I would like to say that a lot of families out there that we have our veterans who are abroad and overseas and, fighting in wars. They miss their families, and I'm sure their families miss them. So we want to wish them a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope that they safely get home. That's very important.
The main thing is...
And stop sending them.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I agree with that.
This is after all Pacifica.
Yeah, it is.
We didn't get a name like that
it is.
Without being anti-war, and I've consistently benefited from that philosophy.
When I was in the service, like you said, hurry up and wait. We did our bit, we did our part, but continuously sending troops over there for a war that's really senseless, in my opinion, and we got troops dying every day. I don't go for that. I'm sorry, but I honor these veterans, and we appreciate their service.
Okay, Barbara, you're on the air. Barbara in Bastrop.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling out for giving a shout out to Rodney Reed.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm his cousin, straight out of Bedford, Texas. I just want you to know that I love him. Happy birthday. His birthday was on Friday, the 22nd. Me and Bobby Ray's birthday, his first cousin. Our birthday is today. And we love him. And let him know that keep the faith because God is real.
That's right.
Well, even though you've been cheated out of birthdays all of your life because Christmas interceded, I wish you both a Merry Christmas and a Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Love you, Rodney.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Christine, nope, not Christine. We're going to go to Robin in Trinity. Robin, you're on. Irving. Robin?
Hey.
Hey.
This is Robin.
Yeah.
From Irving. I want to do a shout out to Wes, Reese, and Polensky. And I know you're listening, Wes, and I hope you're having a great day. I know you're having fun listening to all these messages that you're getting and everyone's getting. And God bless you. I miss you, and I hope to get to come and see you soon. And keep your chin up, okay, buddy? Love you. And good luck to all of those people over there.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hey,
welcome.
Anybody
Have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Christine,
Anybody? Oh.
no, let me get this. Let's get
All right,
Christine in here. Christine, you're in.
Hi. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be able to do a shout-out to Troy Clark at Polensky Unit. Troy, I was thrilled with your Christmas card. Thank you so much. Looking forward to getting to know you. And a letter will be on its way soon. Merry Christmas, Troy. Hang in there. Keep the faith. Know you're in my prayers.
Well, thank you very much for that kind message. With just the right amount of enthusiasm to build Troy's spirits.
I hope so.
Okay.
I truly hope so. Thank you for everything. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Now, my name is Ray Hill, and I've been doing this for a good many years. And you notice we went on there and we started answering telephone. We never get out telephone number. Who the hell are those people? And there are a certain number of people out there who have tuned in unsuspectingly. Right. They have no idea what was going on. And then they got this and they said, what is this weird stuff? And you've been listening for a while, and you've gotten to know families of people on death row. You've gotten to know about people on death row. You've gotten to know about prison life. You've gotten to know about convicts and what they endure. And you've gotten some understanding. And we're just as concerned with victims of crime as you are. It's just that we don't think necessarily that revenge is the best plan.
Absolutely.
And if it is not related to preventing people from returning to destructive lives, it is revenge. There's only two things can happen in prison. You can go and get better, and you can go and get worse. And most people go and get worse. The telephone number here is 713-526-5738. Now, if you spell better than you count, that is 713-JAM, J-A-M, KPFT. And so, but whether you spell it or you punch it out in letters, it doesn't make any difference because your telephone is going to work the same way. Normally, we limit our calls to people who call in with messages for inmates. But because now we've got almost 45 minutes of the show left, and we have got one waiting call, and that's Rosemary from all the way over in El Paso, who's wondering why I'm burning up her valuable time. I would like to invite anybody to call in and have a comment on what has listening to this program been like for you tonight. And if you've already called in and then you thought about the most important thing, you forgot to tell that the puppy had finally been housebroken, or whatever it is going on in your life that is important to the person that is in prison, you will have an opportunity to call in and do remiss. So we're just not doing first-time rounders tonight. We've got second rounders. Or if you're just suffering from insomnia and you need somebody to talk to, we're not as good as a crisis hotline, and no, we don't know what to do about food poisoning, but we'll jawbone you through something. 713-526-5738. And Rosemary, you're on the air.
Well, God bless you, and that's okay. Burning time is not, it's okay because that's wisdom. You were burning for us.
That's right.
And wisdom is good. But I want to give my shout out to my precious Fidencio. Merry Christmas, mijo. I know it's not such a Merry Christmas there, but it's not about Christmas, okay? It's about the Lord Jesus Christ.
Linda wants to do a shout out, and then I'd like to do one.
He is the main purpose. A lot of times we forget, like a car, we know we have a spare in a car, but we don't remember we have the spare until we get a flat. And that's about us almost every day. We go on with our own lives, and we forget to thank the Lord and include the Lord in our lives. And that's when sometimes we tend to get lost in the world and the things in the world. But keep the faith, mijo, because there is a real live God. He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But let me tell you that I just received a precious box from Germany, from Christine, and oh my goodness, she sent me a lot of goodies and ornaments in the box. And yes, I did send the posters to Germany. That was on December the 4th, so she might have gone already a long time ago. Let you know that Sister Liz Ogas, she's in the hospital. She's was in an intensive care unit, but she's a lot better now, okay? So keep praying for her, okay? We got to pray for each other. I got a postcard as well, Christmas card for Rosemary as well, and a lot of goodies from Ernesto and Amelia, I believe it says here, and another guy signed it by the name of David. I don't know him. I don't know these people, but God bless their hearts because you are thought of, okay? You will never be forgotten, and nobody is, okay? And God bless everybody there in Polinsky. Keep your heads up, really, okay, guys? Because there is a real, true God out here, okay? He does miracles, all right? Just keep the faith. You got to work out your own salvations, okay? We parents, grandparents pray for our loved ones, but you guys got to do your part as well. We got to either walk in the world or walk in the dark or walk in the light. So we have to make our own choices, okay? But we pray to God for you guys every day. We love you, even though I don't know your names or haven't seen your faces. But in the name of Jesus Christ, I love everybody. And keep the faith up. And Merry Christmas. I did send you a couple of funds so you can buy you some Christmas shoes, okay? I hope you got it already. And thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Ma'am. Appreciate you calling in.
Amen. Bye-bye.
And it's Judy from Florida.
Yes, I'm calling back. Since you said we could call back, I'm calling back and just wanted to say good night to Rodney and let him know that I'm still listening because I'm hearing everybody that's calling in for you. Super excited that Roderick and your cousin called in, and definitely don't need to be told I get to call in twice. I will definitely take advantage of it, and I will be listening till the end.
I'm going to take a solo.
And hopefully lots of more people will call in and take advantage of this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Rodney, love you. Stay strong. Keep the faith. Talk to you soon on Friday. One more. Extra kisses tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Now, back to Kendall. Kendall said, you may all be in hell, but you're all in hell together. And as such, you've got a culture. And if you've got a culture, it's got some history and some traditions and some important things going on in your world that others don't have. And part of our culture is a little fellow by the name of Job Matuso. Back in the Army McCarthy era, hearing era, Job Matuso turned out to be the snitch Brother MacArthur. He snitched on everybody. He snitched on people in show business. He snitched on people in the military. He snitched on wherever Joe Matuso went. He snitched on somebody, and his theory was, "I'll do all of this snitching, get all these people in trouble, and then I will expose that everything I have said was a lie." Mm-hmm. That was Job Matuso. Does not make one a popular figure. Wherever one is. No one loves a snitch. But Job was a lovable cuss anyways. Short little Jewish fellow who became somehow a Mormon and he gave himself the name Job because he thought he was long-suffering, and he brought most of that on himself, which is true of the rest of us as well, I dare say. And so, but Joe had a character because his name was the Magic Mouse. And this is a prison history and culture Christmas story. Job was doing prison in a federal prison time, and since he had been a snitch and most of the people around on him he had snitched on, it was not a very pleasant time. He didn't have a lot of friends. Nobody paid much attention to him. But he was in this prison, and the warden of the prison built a magnificent Christmas tree for the lobby of the prison. And behind the tree was the usual gray, green, bleak, ugly prison stone walls and iron balls. And so, Christmas night, a magic mouse showed up and started chewing off little pieces of the warden's tree. By morning, when everybody woke up, there was a twig of evergreen on the bars in front of their cell, or on the floor in front of the bars in front of their cells. The magic mouse had redistributed the wealth of the Christmas tree, so every convict on the prison got a piece of that tree. Now, of course, Job couldn't tell the story till after he got out because he didn't want to snitch off on himself. He'd been too busy doing that about other people. But I met Job here at the radio station. I was in here doing radio. We were from Hungary. I was general manager, and the prison show had just started. And Job showed up, and I was looking for some material for a regular Christmas show on the prison. No, I think Friday. I think it's Sunday afternoon. Fell on Christmas that day. So I had Job in here, and he told that wonderful story. Job was not burdened with an overabundance of truth. He was kind of like the President of the United States these days, and so everything he told. But unfortunately, he told Ira Glass. He said, "I've never told this story to anyone," and then he told Ira Glass the story, and then 3 months later, he told Ira Glass, "I've never told this story again." And then he told the same story. And that does not win you friends with Ira Glass. But he did introduce the prison show to Ira Glass. And the best prison show we broadcast for years was on the Ira Glass show, This American Life. Job died in Salt Lake City in a camper. And he's part of our culture. Like a lot of parts of our culture, he's not a pretty part. But he did have a magic mouse. And he did have a story that caught our imagination on the prison show that Christmas. All it takes is one little magic mouse with sharp teeth. And you can take the pride of the warden and distribute it to every convict on that prison. Barbara in Waco, you're on the air. What's the matter with this thing? Barbara? Hello? I pushed the button, it didn't work. Joanne?
Yes, how are you doing, Ray?
I am well. I just lost Barbara.
I know, I heard that. You better find her.
She better call
They'll
back
call
in.
right back.
You go ahead on.
This is Joanne. I want to give a shout out to my son. And I'm not very good at singing, and my voice is still messed up from a cold, but I'm going to sing the 12 Days of Christmas, Prison Christmas. But I'm just going to sing the last verse.
Okay.
Shout out to Floyd Hall at the Ramsey unit. And today's Christmas Day, so on the 12th day of Christmas, my Sally said to me, 12 dope heads doping, 11 pipes for smoking, 10 prospects for beating, 9 ladies' pictures, 8 gangs of banging, 7 dice for scamming, 6 tanks for slaying, 5 nose rings, 4 bluebirds, 3 free toast, 2 bars of soap, and a shot of hot coffee.
Well, happy to you and yours.
All right. Merry Christmas to everybody out there in TDCJ. We love you all, and I love you, Floyd. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ray.
Guadalupe in Mexico City, aquí.
Muy buenas noches. Muchas gracias por el programa, que es mi primera vez que hablo en Navidad. Gracias por el programa. Quiero mandar un saludo para mi hijo Jan Ramírez. Hola, hijo. Ya volví a entrar otra vez. Me da mucho gusto, hijo, que haya podido entrar otra vez para saludarte y desearte buenas noches, hijo. Que descanses, que Dios te bendiga, mi hijo, y que mañana será otro día nuevo, hijo. Y muchas gracias, hijo, por estar, ¿verdad?, fiel en el Señor, hijo. Échale muchas ganas, mi hijo. Ya nomás voy a esperar que se acabe el programa para poder dormirme tranquila, sabiendo que ya te saludé y que pude volver a entrar otra vez para saludarte, mi hijo. Así que, mi hijo, le voy a mandar unas cartas. JPEG no, porque no tengo yo eso, JPEG. Pero le voy a mandar unas cartas y unas fotos del árbol de Navidad de que está en el Zócalo. Está enorme el árbol, grandísimo, está bien bonito. Te voy a mandar unas fotos de ahora que anduvimos allá en el Zócalo, para que las veas, mijo. Entonces, mijo, que descanses, Dios te bendiga y échale muchas ganas, mijo. Hasta mañana, hijo. Dios me lo bendiga. Adiós y muchas gracias por el programa a todos. Dios los bendiga. Gracias.
Gracias para ti.
Gracias. Buenas noches.
And Rosemary?
Have another PSA.
Yes, hello. A shout out for my Fidencio. I just wanted to send my blessings and Merry Christmas. And this is what the sermon at our church were given to us on this past Sunday. And the pastor pointed out something very serious, that for these days of Christmas, a lot of people plan parties and so on. They usually take months or a year to plan this party, but they seem to forget the main person here is the Lord Jesus Christ. And usually in these parties, as they party along, they usually end up in fights, this insulting, probably even death, and fighting among each other. But they seem to forget the main purpose is celebrating the Lord Jesus Christ's birthday coming. And he also gave us a good example that it's like a car. We seem to forget that we have a spare tire in our trunk until we get a flat tire. Then we remember that there is a spare tire, and that's what we're not supposed to do, is forget the Lord Jesus Christ every day, not put him as a spare when we need him, when we're in trouble. We're supposed to remember and praise the Lord every day. And I just wanted to point that out because that sounded very serious and very truthful with the pastor that had brought that point out to us. Every day we are supposed to remember the Lord, not just in Christmas, but every day in our lives as we walk through this world. I love you, mijo. I miss you tremendously. Oh, my goodness. I hope you buy your little shoes, some shoes in there with the little funds that I sent you. I was tired today. I had made some tamales, and I was really tired. So I came home. I left Alex at the house and Susie. Everybody's happy and content at each other's houses. But I love you. Gracie did text back to me. I did text her to wish her a Merry Christmas, and she did text me and sent my blessings. So with these coming days, I will go visit her, okay? I love you, mijo. We're not going night-night, okay? Okay, bye-bye.
Tell your pastor to move to a nicer neighborhood. We don't party and fight where I live. And let's see, Barbara Beretta in Waco. You're on the air.
Yes, I want to shout out to my husband, Eric. Eric Mosqueda in the Estelle unit. Our son, he's kind of shy to do it.
We need to do a PSA.
Call. Ethan wanted to say good night, Dad. He loves you. Merry Christmas. And he hopes you have a good time or a good day. He said that he understands, but he didn't get to talk long with you when you called. But he loves you, Dad, and be careful. Babe, I work tomorrow. I don't get off until 4:30, so you can call after that. I love you. I miss you, and we're going to continue the fight to bring you home. Love you, baby.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, we got PSAs
And now a public service announcement brought to you by
DJ Sound Advice.
Being kind to others. Come on, people. Let's not get up in arms every single time someone tries to hurt us. We should be kind to all, not just those who are kind to us. Be kind to everyone. Don't let kindness, in other words, as Proverbs puts it, never let kindness leave you.
This message was brought to you in part by peoplewhocareaboutyou.com. Visit peoplewhocareaboutyou.com.
to do and became a burglar. We're back.
Yep.
It's back. It's back.
I think Miss Linda's waiting to do her shout out out there.
Okay, why don't we get Miss Linda to do that while she's lined up? He's handed her ear goggles and she's all set and ready to go. And so take it away, Linda.
Okay. Hi, guys. This is Linda. I have been trying to get in to say my shout outs, but we've been really, really busy with calls. So anyway, first I want to wish Vincent a very happy birthday. Vincent Baker, today's your birthday. I just wanted to say happy birthday. And also to Antonio De La Paz Jr. At the Darrington unit. Happy birthday to you, too.
I went on the road.
And now we're going to talk, I'm going to say hellos to the Plensky unit. Brian Davis, Rick Rhodes, David Renteria, David Wood, Stephen Long, Casol, Will Spear, John Ramirez, Irving Davis, Robert Frada, Jaime Cole, John Rubio, Danny Bible, Eugene Broxton. Eugene, your wife said to tell you she loves you and she hopes to see you soon. Billy Wardlow, Danny called and said she was going to bed and she just wanted to tell you she loved you too. Fabian Hernandez, Michael Gonzalez, Abel Ochoa, Patrick Murphy, Daniel Acker, Tony Medina, Fidencio Valdez, Milton Gobert, Carlos Trevino, Ronald Powell, Dennis Hope, Stephen Russell, Ramiro Gonzalez, Fernando Patino, Greg Gomez, Jason Hernandez, Benito, Derek Gales, Rubio, Carlos Bouchette, Chucky, Wendy On Sanders, Vincent Baker, Jesse Hill, Kenneth Keeble, Joe Escobedo, Terry Milligan, Rosendo Rodriguez, Beretta, Douglas Armstrong, Michael Winfrey, Antonio Mathis. Rasheen Robinson wants to shout out to Glenn A.T.L. Garden, Lawrence Zone Akins, Nunu, Cody Easter, Wayne Jackson, and Lionel Atkins. John Hummel, Blaine Milam, Elijah Jobert, Anthony Shore, Larry Swearinger, Perry Williams, Perry Austin, Eric Davila, Terwin, Alba McGrath, Tandy Wilkerson, Harvey Fortune, Colton, a.k.a. Cowboy. John Millette wants to shout out to all IWW members in Pack 1. James Swarthart, Ray, Christopher Dye, Jeff Andrizak, Jason Williams, and MG. Javier Mayorga, Jimmy Carrington, Adam Wilkerson, Stephen Duke, Jeffrey Wallace, Robert Shepard, Jen James Shepard, Angel Stolas, Salvador Urate, Samuel Solomon, Albert Davis, Chris Wright, and Arthur Murphy. I want to say hello to my little brother, Guy Alexander. Guy, we just got back from Austin today, so I know you tried to call, but I haven't been home for like 3 days. Rooster, JC, Dirty, JR, Zigzag, Cowboy, Woody, Woo Woo, J-Doug, John Boy, Sean, Roadrunner, Wes, Truck Driver, Randy, and Jesse, Frederick Washington, and Bill Sims, David Barbie, Larry Barker, and James Shepard. I also want to say Danny and I both heard from hold on a sec. Charles Flores. He called and told us that his trial went really well. And he said he's having a good time. He asked the judge to let him stay in Dallas through the holidays. And then he was ready to come back to the road with the guys. And so he'll be back after the 1st of January. And also I talked to Paul Story, and he said to tell everyone on the row Merry Christmas, and he hopes to see y'all soon. If they don't make a decision, he's going to ask to come back so he can spend some time with you guys before they make that decision. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Y'all have a great night.
All right. Welcome back to the Prison Show.
And so let's get these callers off the air because we've got Melinda in Tulsa. Melinda, you're on the air. Hello, Melinda. Are you alive?
Hello, I'm here. I would like to send a shout out to my novio, Mark Anthony Reyna.
Help yourself.
And my brother, Jose Gonzalez. Los quiero mucho. Que Dios te bendiga siempre. And I hope you guys had a very, very happy Merry Christmas. And I hope to see both of you soon. Mi amor, te quiero mucho. Y te mando 1,000 millones de pesos.
All right. Is that it? Thank you, ma'am.
That's it. Thank you.
Rosemary, you're on the air.
Yes, hello, God bless you. I just wanted to clarify myself about what I just said earlier about the pastor or the message he had given. It wasn't that he brought the party to the church. It's like, this is what he said. You know, people plan a Christmas party.
No, Melinda, Rosemary, we got it. We got it. It's just that his concern about Christmas, all the Christmas parties in my neighborhood were quiet and peaceful and loving and generous and giving, and but he has tougher parties where he lives.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we didn't have any shooting and killing and fighting and all that. A couple of people got drunk, but there were other people there to take care of it. You know, all a drunk needs is a friend for the most part. Somebody to introduce them to like an AA program and get them out of that trap, because that's just another cage they're building for themselves.
Yeah, they got an empty spot in their hearts, and they just need to be filled with love.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your message.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Melissa.
Hey, Jed. How are you?
Are you on speaker?
Oh, yes, hold on. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, that's better. Go ahead, you're on.
You're on.
Hey, John. This is Melly. Just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good day. Aquí estamos con los que they opened their gifts. They like their gifts. Te paso, Bella, para que te diga Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Mándale besito, tío. Y también te paso a Isi. Hello, John. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, and hope you spend a wonderful time though, and love you. We already opened up presents. I got a laptop and a camera, but I wish the best for you, and I love you. I miss you. Also, I might start writing you if you send me a letter back, so yeah, love you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your and the best of what's left of Christmas for you.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Christmas. You turn on television, right there in front of your eyes, everybody's screaming, buy me, buy me, buy me, and you're a convict. You can't buy nothing. Then you switch it over and look at all that food. And that ain't what they've got for you in the chow hall this weekend. So what do? You're in hell, but you're in hell together. You got one another. That may not be much, but it ain't nothing. You could do with a little cheer. Well, you can give some away, and maybe some of them will come back. I don't care if you got a cup of coffee. Well, that's fine. You want to share a letter? Share a letter. Meanwhile, Mike's sitting out there with a fistful of letters, waving in my face, waiting for an opportunity to do his shout-ins. Help yourself, Michael.
Hello, everybody. This is Mysterious Mike on the Historic Prison Show. Just came back from the Texans game. That's a different story. They lost 34-6 today. Maybe better next year. I'd like to do shout-outs to the guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Dennis Hope, Stephen Russell, Jovan in Spring Branch, Philip in Dallas, K Money in Houston, Philip Perez in Houston. Carla Riviera wants me to do shout-out to Alex Molina at the Telford unit. Tasha wants me to do shout-out to Rito Estrada on Payday. Shout-out to Ty Burns, Bonton Mickey, Michael Marino, Manuel Marino at the Estelle and Eastham unit. DJ Doc, DJ Matt, DJ Oz, DJ Thomas. Special shout-out to Frank Klepper at the Gory unit. Jive Jimmy, Haas, Danger, Lucky, Edward Rees at the Carol Vance unit. Barry Barrett at the Gory unit. Adam Wilkerson at the Luther unit. And let's see, here's some more shout-outs to Robert Satillo and the Wynn unit. Adam Wilkerson again at the Luther unit. K.D. Kebbel at the Polunsky unit. Wayman Spriggs at the Polunsky unit. Robert L. Allen at the Darrington unit. Edward Darrell Harmon at the Polunsky unit. Abel Archeo at the Polunsky unit. Thomas Ramirez at the Polunsky unit. John R. Green at the Terrell unit. Special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Bill R. Sims at the Wynn unit. Christopher Dye at the Darrington unit. A special shout-out to Anthony Nealand in Austin, Texas. And you can continue write me, Mysterious Mike Lewis at the Historic Prison Show, KPFT, 419 Levitt Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77006. And Merry Christmas to everybody, and Happy Boxing Day.
And Bowman, Clarence Lee.
Yeah.
Clarence is out of prison now. Gave me a call the other day from his halfway house. He's trying to make a new scratch. And it's not easy. I remember many years ago I was on my way to a rainbow gathering, and I drove through San Angelo, Texas to visit Mr. and Mrs. Bowman. Nice couple. And Clay was struggling trying to support Clarence, who looked like a long haul in prison. They're both dead now. Clarence is out. He's got to find a new world of his own, but he's not the only one that had to do that. John Steele, his parents died, but before they died, they found him Cookie, and John gets out into the arms of Cookie, and that's a whole different world. You have to make it work for you any way that it can work for you. We've got a few minutes here, and I'm going to take just a few minutes here to do one of them old Ray Hill things. The only radio that I do regularly anymore is Execution Watch, and I hate doing it. And a lot of guys on the row, Rodney and his friends, are listening. And they know that I don't like doing that radio show. I will do it. I will do it as long as there is a need to do it. Elizabeth, my producer, did not make life easier for me whenever she said, well, if we're going to do this and we're going to have an interview during these Execution Watch show, why don't we offer those who are being executed the opportunity to be the interview on the show we're broadcasting about their execution? And so some years ago I started going to Polunsky visit room and making 20-minute interviews of people who were scheduled to be executed. It was a lot easier on me to do an Execution Watch show about a name that appeared on a piece of paper. It is not so easy on me to do an execution watch show about somebody that I have gone up to see, bonded with, and interviewed. That gets to be a horse of a different color. Now they're killing someone that I actually know and with whom I have a personal background. And my personal emotions are now involved with what really wasn't ever accepted by me to be a routine thing, but it was a lot more routine than it is now, where after the execution their images dance in my near wakened moments. And I have to live the fact that they have killed a friend of mine. Some of those guys I liked a lot. Some not so much. Some of them were pretty scary. But most of them, I got the impression, were very different people from the people that did the crime for which they were being executed. I don't know, maybe they got out of the crowd they were running with, or maybe they got away from the drugs they were doing, or whatever it was. And some of them searched my face desperately for some hope which I could not give, because that wasn't my role. My role was to give them the opportunity to have about 20 minutes at the end of a long and frighteningly lonely life to share with the rest of the world. It's all I had to offer. And in that process, some friends of mine got killed. I mean, like, really killed. Robert Pruitt was the last such person. I had not wanted to interview Robert as close to his execution date as I wound up interviewing him. But every time he got a date, I went to Polunsky to interview him. So I've got a lot of tape with Robert. High definition, and if you're not into technology, you don't know the difference between that and another tape. But Robert Pruitt, first interview with him, he was pretty rough. He hadn't shaven, his hair was a mess, it was disheveled. He was a little bit put off by it, and in that interview he told me, when I first got this death sentence, I thought, this is how I'm going to get out of here. A resignation. And with each interview, he brightened up, cleaned up. Obviously, seeing Uncle Ray was a special day for him because we bonded and we laughed. I tried to get them all to laugh, because the one thing I get from their mothers and their wives after they're executed is thank you for their laughter. Because a mother visiting somebody on death row don't get a lot of laughter. But another old convict coming in there and talking about conditions in prison and all of that, we got a lot to laugh about. So it's gallows humor, but we laugh. I want to get out of the broadcast business altogether. And so the other day when I was meeting with Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg, I said, sister, I want you to do everything in your human power to end my having to do another execution watch show. And I want all of you who are listening tonight to do everything in your power to join that cause. And above all things, do something to bring a little joy, a little uplift into the lives of others. You may be in hell, we're all in hell together. My name is Ray Hill, and I'm going to push my way away from the table, as is characteristic for a man who is supposed to be retired, and let Hank and the rest of the team wrap up the show. It's a joy to be back. Thank you for spending Christmas with Uncle Ray. Shoot me a kite every once in a while. Let me know what's going on in your life. I care.
You know, if you want to learn something about executions and death row and the death penalty here in Texas, on the TDCJ website, you can go on the website and see the final words of the men and women who have been executed here in Texas. And something after you read 15 or 20 of them that you'll realize it's not that hard to tell the innocent people from the guilty folks. It's not that hard to tell. And most of the guys on the road will tell you straight out anyway. And there's no reason for a person being strapped to a gurney to sit there and lie with their final words. Right. And you'll be shocked if you go and, let's say you read 40 of them, you'll come away thinking differently entirely about executions and the death penalty. And Ray, sitting here with him, the misery that it causes him is palpable. And I know that the guys have that same issue day in and day out. We're forever here at the prison show against the death penalty. It serves no purpose to prevent crime. It doesn't bring anybody back. None of those things that are passed off as being the cause, the justification, the reason for it, none of those things are true. The families don't get peace. They may think at the day of the execution and, oh, we finally got this done, that sort of thing. The cops outside revving their motorcycle engines and things, the most disrespectful thing they could do to justice. The most disrespectful thing they could do to a human life that is paying its penalty. And they're smug in the knowledge that they've stood up for the right thing. And those families go home, and a month later they've still got that loss. They've got that additional question in their mind about the execution and things, and that never goes away. That never goes away. My ex-wife, her mother was murdered, and all of the cops were, she was an ex-Marine, the first woman in World War II that signed up for the Marines. And the cops were all, the ones involved in the sheriff's department there were all Marines. And they wanted the death penalty. And they insisted on the death penalty. And the family, our family, actually went into court. Each one of them said they did not want the death penalty. The person was obviously mentally ill. And here in Texas, this was in California, but here in Texas, we've executed innocent people, and we know it. We've executed the mentally deficient, and we know it. We've executed the mentally ill, and we know it. You know, men and women. And there's no just cause in that. You know, we do, it's like Ray said earlier, we do feel for the families of the victims. But, you know, we've got to start being a little more compassionate as people, because until we value a human life more than we do right now, it's not all about profits over people. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're not supposed to have a prison system for revenge, but rather to cause people to be rehabilitated and not commit these crimes again.
Absolutely.
Educate them, give them job skills, you know, and send them out.
If they deserve to come home.
If they deserve to come home, yeah. Most do. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's face it, we've got people in there locked up for next to nothing, and piddly at that. And if they're people of color, they're locked up much more frequently, for much longer times, for much less crime. It's a shame the way we do things. Now, you know, I'm an ex-convict, and I deserved everything I got, and then some. And I'm blessed to be out now. And I think most of the guys that were on the phones tonight that are out would probably tell you just about the same thing. But that's the way the system works, and we deal with that. We've got to make the system better now. Right. You want a better world? You've got to start making the bad things better. Because that's where the real problems are, the bad things in the world. And you know.
I agree with you. If you can hear me off the mic, I can agree with you. The prison system is overwhelmed.
It is overwhelmed. And it's overburdened with tax dollars going out down the tubes and no rehabilitation to speak of. We've got veterans in there that should have got help way back when.
Right.
We've got addicts in there that should have got help way back when. But that's society being wrong-minded.
I can tell you right now, I had an idea that you take most of these people that were murderers, rapists, and everything else, why don't you put them in a combat zone? You know? I mean, really. Bring the good troops home, take them people, and put them in a combat zone.
Well, we've got to start doing something different. That's for damn sure.
Well, but going back to your point that the system is overwhelmed, you know, we all, society as a whole, benefits from the programs. I mean, there are so many awesome programs on the inside that people could take advantage of, except for overcrowding. You know, where you've got people in there with ridiculously long sentences for minor crimes, or people who have completely changed and are ready to come home, they're taking up space, they're taking up beds, they're taking up classes. And
are available in too few places to begin with.
To begin with, and the restrictions, and so that puts greater limits and restrictions on who can take what classes. You know, at the end of the day, it should be about rehabilitation and making sure that re-entry is a possibility.
Well, yeah. You want to lower recidivism? The first thing you can do is stop these 20-year paroles. I mean, give a guy 3 years on parole. If he can be good 3 years, let it go.
Right.
Just be common sense. You don't have to have an office where he has to go and check in and all the employees in there. You'll have the same number, but people will only be doing 3 years. They can focus on the next guy and make sure they get rehab.
Right.
You know. I was working in nonprofits in California, and in 15 years we lowered recidivism 15%. Wow. Just by the work that the nonprofits were doing.
Okay.
And when that was starting to work, suddenly all the law enforcement, L.A. County cops and sheriffs, Los Angeles City Police and L.A. County sheriffs all wanted to get in on it because there was federal funding for it at that time. And they literally came 5 deep and sat down with me and my manager and wanted us to do the work free for a year while all of them got paid.
Give them your programs.
Because they had the infrastructure to do the accounting and the bookkeeping
1 minute
for it.
Exactly.
And, you know, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's like giving United Way all your money. United Way then takes a chunk and
does all the administrative part of it.
And then hands it out to other people. And they still have to do their administration in these other programs. I'm talking through my hat now. But it's from a nonprofit experience. We want to thank everybody for listening, everybody for coming in. We want to thank our camera crew. They have come in again. And y'all be back next Friday? Yeah. Excellent. So more FaceTime.
Awesome.
Ow! All right. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And now a public service announcement brought to you by
DJ Sound